Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. Listen, we have you on because every other episode we just talk at each other. So, you can talk as much as you want. It's fine.
All right.
As long as if Ray doesn't have to talk and doesn't have to steer the ship off the road like he usually does.
Yep.
Then it's good. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Good, because we drive it straight into a volcano usually. So,
except for that's the heart, Tim. And that can never be mended. You know that. The heart always breaks.
God, dude, one of your girlfriends take care of that for you.
No, they usually go, well, thank you for the free meal. Have a good day, sir.
Ray is a 60-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
I am, yeah.
If anyone doesn't know.
Nice.
His references are like way older than they should be for someone his age.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to see that fight. And I would be rooting for Greg Hardy the entire time.
Funny thing, if you've ever wanted to see me in pain at any point that we've been hanging out, today's your day.
Ray, they see you in pain every time you do a set.
This is true.
Damn.
Yeah. So Thomas has seen it and Tim's never seen it.
Nope.
It was basically if Mortal Kombat was a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon. Like
Yeah, exactly.
they had like they had a Native American character on there. They had they had the street tough black guy. Like they had all the stereotypes. WMAC Masters.
There it is.
It's such a.
So you're
cool
saying it
show.
doesn't hold up? Is that what you're trying to
It
say?
does not at all.
It doesn't look fit full, Ray. Let me see that glass. No, Ray, top it off.
This is like goddamn amazing.
You got it.
No, I just want you to follow the rules. What happens if you don't follow the rules? The wheel gets you back again.
This is true.
Why don't you two fight each other? There you go.
I've been
We've
thinking
talked
that,
about
but
it.
I didn't want to say anything.
We have talked about
I'm
this
still out of
for
shape.
years,
I can't
man.
fight anybody right now.
I
probably
am
used to a
so
9-year-old right
down.
now.
I will meet him at a weight. I don't care if I have to gain weight to fucking fight Tim, but it would mostly be like it would be a rolling match in the cage.
Pretty
like
much.
somebody would take someone down.
What's crazy is out of all of us, Tim looks like he's most likely to be the wrestling fan.
I see so many fucking guys who look like Tim Danko at AIW shows. It's not even funny. And I love I see him. I'm like, I want to buy him a shot, but it's not Tim. And I get sad.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be a star, obviously. And that's what they wanted to happen. They want him to get a big win in London. They were hoping that was going to happen. I mean, did they give him somebody they think he could beat? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Vargas isn't tough. Vargas is a tough guy. And yeah, Pimblett was a big favorite. But that's what they wanted to happen. They want this kid to be one of their next big stars, especially in the lightweight division. And now he's won two fights, one by knockout, right, and one by submission. So now he's going to fight somebody tough, and that division's super stacked. So there's tons of people he could fight. Before you put me on, I'm screaming at my microphone because you didn't put me on. I'm like, she's Mexican, you racist asshole.
I don't know
Spanish, you monster. But you didn't put me on because you wanted to talk wrestling. He had two. I only had one fight. He had two fights, but my one fight lasted longer than his two fights combined by like a lot. I think both of his fights were inside of a minute.
And how did your fight end, Tim?
I got TKO'd in the second round. And there's a lot of guys, strikers, that have just became fantastic at takedown defense. I mean, Anderson Silva was good at it. Like, Junior Santos was good at it. I mean, those are just the first two I think of. But there's been a lot that, I mean, if you're a striker like that, you have to have good takedown defense. There's been a lot of guys who have great takedown defense, and he's one of them. However, I mean, Robert Whittaker is a striker first. He's not a wrestler. And however, neither really is Cannonier. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't really expect Cannonier to fight him that way. I'm excited to see that fight, though. I don't expect Izzy to lose at all, but I like Cannonier a lot. He's a tough guy, so I'll definitely watch that fight. But if either of us touch the other one's liver, we'll die, Ray.
Probably. That'd be fine. I want to be the first MMA death of like a true amateur, where it's like the worst fight ever. How
bad
die?
would it be if you got
MMA fight, bro?
Killed in the cage. You got killed in the cage by me.
Yes.
His liver exploded.
What up, sexies? What's cracking? Bro Plata, episode 312. Ray will be here soon, and Paul's, I don't know, maybe, hopefully. We haven't heard from him, which 50-50, maybe. I'm sick. I'm okay. Like I'll make it, but I think it's cold of some sorts. Hopefully, and start to get over it soon, man. Because I got shit to do this weekend. But I got it. I'm like, sorry, text. I was in Cleveland all week, watching my buddy's pit bull, and he was on vacation, and I just got back a couple hours ago. But I was going to open mics, and that's my guess, man. Is I picked it up off a fucking microphone. It's my guess. I mean, it could be anywhere, right? My guess is probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Open mics I went to with 5,000 comics on it. One of them probably had something. Not saying they knew they had something, but I saw a couple coughers in there, So I think I may have picked it up off a microphone. Also, I have a pretty bad habit of like keeping the mic pretty close to my face. I have to be able to hear myself. So if I can't hear myself, I get all thrown off. So sometimes like I have it close to my face and talk loud into it so I can hear myself. Good mics will have monitors. Some places have monitors, and that's awesome. It's awesome when you get hear how you sound. It's great. But Ray's rebooting his laptop or something like that. Hopefully Pulse is coming too. There weren't any fights. Memorial Day weekend. How's everybody's Memorial Day? Good, solid. Yeah, like I said, I was in Cleveland watching my buddy's dog, but I had other stuff going on too, so I was driving all over the place. I was at the comedy club in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, the Funny Stop, all weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I was doing that drive from Cleveland to there. That's a 45 minutes. And then on Sunday, I had to go down to Kent to watch my niece play. That was an hour from Cleveland, so I was all over the place all week. But yeah, it's good. Finally did a bunch of stand-up for the first time in a while. I haven't done that much in a while, and it was good. It was good to do it. I enjoyed it, so that's a good thing. I was supposed to do a mic yesterday somewhere too, but I was sick, and I had to say can't do it, which sucks. Man, need to get over this quick though. Hopefully I do. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's getting better, not worse. I don't know. You never know. We'll see how tomorrow is. But definitely clogged in the nose. Been doing some coughing. A lot of coughing earlier, less coughing now. Hopefully, that doesn't come back. Hopefully, because I got stuff. Friday, Ray and I are going to a concert, and then Saturday, my buddy's fighting. So that's I got stuff going on. Can't be sick. Oh, but I am. Got a new drink cup. Actually, the old one's there too. Actually, all three of my drink cups are down here. Whatever. Spent so much money. Like I was watching my buddy's dog, but I spent so much money because I was just getting DoorDash all the time or going somewhere to eat. I mean, I spent so much fucking money on food in a week because twice a day I was eating out, so it's expensive. Had a great mojito the other day, almost killed me, but it was great. I had a plantain. I don't know if I've ever had a plantain. It was pretty good. It had queso on it and pineapple and chicken. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I had burritos today. Yeah, I spent so much damn money on food. This is like Mad Max when like the war party plays that guitar. You know something gross and terrible is coming. When you hear it in the distance. Become the Half-Life War Boys. Love how Ray's like, Tim, I need you to start the show. And how does he repay me? By interrupting me with music when I'm talking.
Hello,
So
Twitter
that's
world. This is yours truly.
in clips.
Hi, buddy.
Ray, I was really hoping for a Bill Walton impression today. Like, I want to talk to the ghost of Bill Walton.
My voice can't go that low. It is sad. Like I was wondering why people were like posting about Bill Walton in like Facebook and everything. I had no idea he was even like sick or was dying or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 71, which which is a pretty good age, you know. I mean, and especially when you're 7 feet tall, you know, 7-footers don't usually get to 70.
No, yeah. One of my
so-
favorite quotes ever about like
They're like the
bigger-
Great Danes of people.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Kevin Nash, the wrestler, had a great thing about like older athletes, like bigger guys, and he's like, "Go to the dog park. How many Great Danes do you see running around?" Yeah, man. I wasn't shocked. I mean, the dude, he gave Portland their only world championship.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Boston.
Mhm.
I mean, he had a life, and also he was really good on the NBA or the NCAA basketball video games. I remember that being him commentating on those, and I was all in on those, man.
I haven't watched that 30 for 30 about him. I might have to now. But he was one of those guys that just every time you saw him on TV, he was just excited about just being alive.
Mm-hmm.
And what he was doing, but he was also one of those guys you watch him do anything and you're like, man, I hope someday I get that much joy out of anything. Because he's that kind of guy. He was a giant hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was great. Everybody loved Bill Walton. I never heard of anyone who didn't love Bill Walton. So
yeah, I never heard bad things said from like any NBA players, any people like on even TVs that he's done.
Stop on him because he wouldn't cut his hair and shit, and you know he was going out to protest and stuff when he was on the team in the '60s. But that's about it.
Well, he had opinions, but did they come together and win games? You goddamn right they did. It's Bill fucking Walton.
They won like 60 games in a row or some shit, or more. Was it 88? Whatever it was, that record. He was on that record-breaking UCLA team that won all those games in a row. And they lost. Man, they lost to Notre Dame, and I want to say it was the Astrodome.
Oh, okay.
But why would they be playing Notre Dame at the Astrodome? I think
NCAA
it was
finals, maybe,
but I don't think they didn't play him in places that big back then. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
I know it was in some stadium, but I think it was the Astrodome. I can look it up.
I know.
Later.
I only know. Again, I don't know much about Bill Walton other than he was a big ass fucking guy who played basketball. Like
big deadhead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not shocked about that at all.
I know, it's surprising at all.
He probably gave Jerry Garcia $10,000 for a lifetime pass when he was in the NBA.
Yep. No, I was expecting a Bill Walton impression because when I was hearing voice clips of him today, I'm like, dude, that's another one that's not that far off from Jesse Ventura.
Well, I'm telling you, I can't.
It's not. That sounds like Alf. Like all the, I think it'll be right down your alley because all those ones you do are pretty much the same.
I know, but like even Alf over here is like he can't do it.
I'm gonna put it in the honey pot.
I'm gonna try. I will by next week. I will try and do a Bill Walton impression.
All right. I think, like I said, I'm only asking because I think you could do. I never ask you to do impressions because I want you to stop. But because I just think it would be funny to hear you butcher another one, and it's already close to ones you already do. So
I know, and he's got like that announcer voice already. It's kind of like this sort of from what I remember from like NCAA.
Yeah, they're all it's very long. Says words in this pace. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was watching some old clips of him on like reels and stuff.
Yeah, he was very loved. So R.I.P. Bill Walton.
In his early career, he kind of looked like who's that dude that popped Kevin Love's shoulder?
Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, he looks like a young Kelly Olynyk, but ginger. In like his
He's a
Portland
tall
days,
guy with
looked
long
like.
hair, tall white guy with long hair. They all kind of look alike,
I was about to say it's a one size fits all at that point.
especially when they'd have like lighter colored hair.
Hmm. But Tim,
I'm sick, right? I tell you this.
yes, you did. We'll talk about that in a second.
I
There
already
is
talked
some
about it.
big news. There's some big news.
Are you gonna play something? Or you're just gonna look at me.
Yeah, hold on.
Someone else died besides Bill Walton.
No, a big part of this show is not going to be around anymore.
Pulse.
Big part, Tim. No, Pulse will be here, but we are going to be adding to the family here soon.
Maybe.
But he is the namesake of this episode.
You don't talk about him that much.
There's a lot of time where you and I just talk about him in general.
Well, I'm usually on his side. I feel bad for him because he's getting so much. Like there's somewhere between 60 and 70 umpires in Major League Baseball, right? And if you look up, I've looked it up a couple weeks ago, the rankings on balls and strikes according to who keeps track of it, and he's like in the mid 50s. Like he's towards the bottom, but he's definitely not the worst.
I've seen stats on him though where he missed 100 and like
he's not the worst. I'm telling you,
in a season.
I'm telling you, he's like 55 out of 65. There's at least 10 guys who are worse than him, and he's the one everyone thought. The reason is because he's an ass. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not because he's not great, because he's not the only one who isn't great. He's just an ass. But people forget it took 25 years for people to even start talking about him.
Oh yeah.
And he's been around 30. This is his 30th season.
Well,
so and no, Johnny Smith, he did not get fired. He would have got. If anyone's getting fired, number one, it wouldn't be him; it'd be somebody else. And also, the union is so fucking strong that this is what had it. Now, is he retiring because he's tired of it? Probably. Him being the most
probably.
Umpires don't. You don't become an umpire to be famous, and he's the one that everyone knows. I would say if anyone knows, you go to baseball fans, if they know any umpire, it's Angel Hernandez.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. So
you're the one that turned me on to Angel. I had no idea this dude even
I'm on his side usually. He had a Guardians game a couple weeks ago, and he did completely fine. Completely fine. I mean, maybe he missed a couple, but they missed a couple on every game. So I was watching like, dude, he gets a bad rap because he is an ass. That's the biggest problem is that he's an ass. But he's not the only umpire who's been an ass. Jim West was an ass for 40 years.
Wasn't that the guy that cost the dude the no-hitter or whatever?
No, that was Jim Joyce.
Jim Joyce.
That was a perfect game. And Jim Joyce was a great umpire. That was pre-replay, and he just kicked it. And he felt bad. I mean, to this day, he breaks down about it when he talks about it.
Yeah, I've seen video of him like hugging the pitcher after it happened.
The day after he had home plate and he cried.
Yeah,
I feel so bad because, like I said, that was before replay. Because nothing he could do, man. It is what it is. Jim Joyce was the worst. Jim West, human baked potato. Jim West, was. Well, he was there where he could do whatever, you can do whatever you want for most of his career, right? They didn't have any strike zones. They didn't really monitor your strike zone. They didn't really give a fuck. And there's a story. He won money off a defamation suit off catcher Paul LaDuca a couple years ago because LaDuca told a story about him like changing strike zones for certain pitchers, and West sued him and won. So.
Hey,
there you go.
Bag, baby.
I don't know if it's true.
My computer's doing that fucking thing. God damn it.
Yeah, you're being choppy, but we're just gonna get through it. Raymond, your beard is repugnant. Yeah, that's true.
Excuse me, 2 joints. Excuse me. My beard is luscious and it's kissed by God. Thank you.
Two joints. I haven't got my hair cut in 7 years, so I do trim this every once in a while, but not much. I just don't care anymore. No, I didn't feel like reading the whole comment. That's true.
Mm. Mm.
Are you there?
I didn't. Hold on. This thing sucks.
Yeah.
It's not a bomb dropped on Gaza. Two joints. God damn it. My beard is luscious and delightful.
Mm-hmm. You keep telling yourself that. Is Pulse coming?
PC police. We've never been the. No idea. It might be still at work.
Mm.
I don't know. So I'm waiting for this Norton antivirus bullshit. You're welcome, two joints. Now share this out.
I got to save my voice, two joints. I only have so much because I'm sick. I can't read full comment. Don't have it in me.
Was it good, by the way? That was a great. The two shows that I saw Saturday were pretty good. The crowd first show was amazing.
Yeah, those were the best two shows. Thursday was awful. Friday was okay. We had to cancel the second show on Friday.
Yeah, I got that text from you.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever been there when that happened. And then no, Saturday was pretty good. I was supposed to do a show in Kent yesterday, but I had to bail on Harrison because I was sick. I didn't want to. I really wanted to go, but yeah, it's all right. I can do that show whenever I want. I got to get up there.
I did Make 'em Laugh Monday yesterday.
How'd that go?
It was actually pretty fun. A lot of people showed up. It was
silence you raised myself. That's funny. Anyway, keep going.
The there was a comic before Tyler Ross because he ended up coming up and doing the show. That wow, like the entire time I kept grabbing Laura, just like, why is he doing this? And we know this comedian too. Like, I'm not gonna call him out on the carpet, but he was on something yesterday. I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna need you to tell me who it is. So can you send me that? I won't say it. You don't want me to,
I think
but I
you
need to
know
know
this guy at least.
What was he? What was he throwing? N bombs? What's going on?
No, but he was definitely doing the like, I can do this, and so, I can say anything I want and all that kind of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he saying? I need.
Oh man, what was one of the jokes that he did?
Was he doing the Tim Heidecker thing? Like, what? Have you seen that special? That special's amazing.
No, I have not.
Oh, it's so great. I don't know. I don't think I know who this is.
Okay, but still, like he was doing. He did a race joke that was.
Oh,
like you could feel.
Listen,
the tension.
I did one of those. I did one of those on Saturday.
But like, oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
I start doing that bit again, but it's like you got to pick your battles. I sent you a video of my niece playing softball, but you need to watch it. Do not play it until you put it up.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Put it up. It's very short, but this is the 6-year-old. This is the younger one. This is Coach Pitch, the 6-year-old.
By the way, I need to tell you something as your friend. That Alan's dog eating your CPAP machine joke
Uh-huh.
is fucking awesome. Like, I love that joke so fucking much, dude. I've been thinking about that joke like for the past couple days and how
Really
funny it
anything that
actually is.
funny
Like,
in it.
but it's the like, you ain't gonna sleep or Fatty's gonna die tonight or whatever the line
Yeah.
was. Like, I love.
Fatty gonna
It's
choke
perfect.
himself to death tonight. Yeah.
What's up, Johnny? Good
what
to
he get
see
for
you, buddy.
That's what he get for putting me in the kennel. Yeah. Yeah, that happened this week. My buddy's dog bit a hole in my CPAP mask. So he was very sneakily trying to murder me.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you don't trust dogs.
He's a good dog, but I did trust him one day. I went to Melts. I was gone like 35 minutes. And I came back and he ripped up a box of tissues. He put my CPAP mask. Like, yeah. Other than that, he's been fine. But I felt bad because I had to put him in the basement in his cage every time I left. And I asked Down, I'm like, is he like last time I left him out sometimes. He's like, yeah, but it's been bad. He's like, as long as you do this, it should be whatever. This and this should be fine for a little bit. And like I said, 35 minutes. I came back and yeah, he got those privileges revoked very quickly.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Screw that.
Yeah. I am excited for you to see this video. I was going to wait for Pulse, but you have to see it. Can everyone see it?
Yeah.
This 6-year-old niece.
Run, 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 run.
Oh!
Play it again.
Got the,
Run,
Swing,
run,
hit the
run,
ball in the
run,
air.
run, run.
Oh, a girl
definitely
twice
has
the
that
size.
Danko coordination, I see.
Well, she got blindsided. What are you talking about? Play it again.
You gotta look around.
Huh?
You gotta look around, man.
No, she does. She's run to first base, and that kid twice her size blindsides her. She's 6 years old. She's the smallest kid on the team. She gets ran over. Now, the favorite part of the video, I don't know if you heard it, is my brother yelling, "Get up! Get up!
Get up! I could see that. I could see your brother abusing his fatherly privileges at the baseball field.
Well, he's not nearly as bad as my sister-in-law. She's way worse. But
really,
well, not for that kid. The older kid is different. She's the one on the travel team. The travel.
Yeah.
Danko interference. Well, here's the deal about that call. Apparently the umpire did call her out. Yeah, he called interference on her. Now, I didn't see where the ball landed. My brother was telling him. Now, that's the correct call if he thought that the catcher had the best shot at the ball. One player on the defense gets the right of way, right? But you get to pick whichever the umpire's decision on which one he thought had the best chance. My brother thought the catcher had no chance, and the pitcher they would be the only one who would get the ball. And if that was the case, then you wouldn't call her out. And the ball actually dropped and went foul, so you would really call nothing. That's probably what I would have done. I wouldn't have called anything. It's been foul ball, get up, go back and hit. But they called her out. It was just if he really thought the catcher was gonna catch it, then that was the right call. But according to my brother, the ball was no chance. But and if that ball didn't go foul, then she would have gotten first base. So that's a weird rule. It's all in the umpire's discretion. Like I said, it could have been anything. But if he really thought the catcher was gonna catch that ball or had a good shot at it, or had the best shot at it, I should say, then she should have been out, even though it was clearly not intentional by either of them. But
yeah, there's 6. I mean, it's
yeah, but I mean, even if they weren't, that same play happened with adults, it'd be the same call, right? So
even like I used to get really pissed off at like coaches when mite hockey was full ice. And like they'd want me to call a tripping penalty after a kid just fell like right in front of the kid trying to make a play. I'm like, he's 6, man. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. He doesn't know how to skate properly. Like, I'm not gonna hold something over the kid. You know?
Yeah, that's another
more like
thing
squirts kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't have to call anything. And I mean, I've had those before where I just didn't call them because I didn't think the fielder was going to make the play anyway. And if you don't, and you think, as long as it's you believe it was unintentional, and they run into each other, and you didn't think that the fielder was going to make the play anyway, you cannot call anything, especially if that runner ends up getting up and going to third base anyway. Because obstruction is actually delayed dead ball. interference is a dead ball. So it's weird.
Here's a high question that I have about you as an umpire.
Oh gosh, all right.
You had like a ball satchel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like a magician every time? Like
No.
you no?
Why? Why would I?
I would just present it
Ta-da!
with I would present it with like a ta-da to the fucking catcher.
No. But a lot of times when I was like taught, I was taught always to say the word baseball instead of the word ball, because you like I don't have any more balls in my bag. I need balls. I ain't got no balls, you know.
Yeah, that leaves you open for roasting on the highest
A lot of guys
dad level.
do that actually, but I always say baseballs. But no, I never thought that. But if one thing though is I very rarely threw the ball back to the pitcher. Some guys like to do it. Like if there's a foul ball, he'll get it out, whip it back to the pitcher. I always give it to the catcher. I usually tell the catcher, "Hey, ball out of play, get the ball from me." Because
Yeah,
I don't want to like have to, especially on the full size field. I don't want to have to. I don't have it warmed up. You know, I mean, I can get the ball there, but sometimes it doesn't look great. You look like an idiot. So I'm like, I'm not. If I feel like I have to, I'll do it. But usually I give it to the catcher. And like I said, I tell the catcher, like, hey, you'll get the ball from me. I don't want to throw it. Even Major League Baseball, you see some guys like to throw the ball to the pitcher, and some guys don't. I try not to ever throw the ball if I don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, you're there just to call like the outs,
right?
And
being a good umpire has nothing to do with your athletic ability, thank goodness. So I don't want to be embarrassed by trying to throw. Even though every time I do, I'll make a joke. I'll be like, "Oh man, there's the cannon," as it's like going like this and looping, barely getting to the pitcher.
You've seen me throw a baseball, so I would absolutely.
I'm sure it's
be
much better than you. One day, Ray, we will both throw out first pitches back to back.
I like it.
One day.
I like it.
That's on the bucket list for sure. And like not the some places don't let you get on the mound. So that doesn't count as my bucket list. If you throw it in front of the mound, no. I want to be on the rubber throwing a first pitch bucket list.
Oh,
bucket list.
That'll be part of the rider. Must be on mound.
They let people do it at the Rubber Ducks game. My favorite was the day I took my niece, was it last year or the year before, where the drag queens were there. They had 5 drag queens throwing out first pitches. It was amazing. Nobody threw a strike, I don't think, but they all got it there. They didn't have a problem with that.
That's funny. Why is it sending? Oh, it's
Lady Diamond Inferno throwing 90 miles per hour up there.
She's got like her baseball hoop earrings in.
Get that they them a glove. All right.
Get that they them a uniform.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Get them a uniform.
Get they them a uniform.
What? Come on, Dorn. What's with this Mexican dance bullshit?
Oh.
Politically correct Major League.
Yeah, politically correct.
California correctional
dance of Latin American origin.
Next time you tank a ball, I'm gonna cut your whatever you have under in your pants. It doesn't matter, and shove it down your fucking throat.
Yeah. Generalized term for genitals.
Yeah, genitalia, and shove it down your fucking still one of the greatest lines in the history of movie ever. Is it, which who is that?
Tom Berenger.
Who is that?
Tom Berenger.
Fucking the actor.
Tom Berenger.
Tom Berenger. I was thinking Tom, but I couldn't remember.
And then Corbin Burnson is the other one.
Tom Berenger. For all you can say about that man, as like, in the movies he's been in, all that fucking happy horse shit.
It's usually a curmudgeon.
He can deliver anger so well. So fucking well, dude.
Boss, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud.
Tim, Ray, bros, how are you? What's up, everybody in the chat?
Pretty good.
What up?
Pretty okay. I'm sick. So what I get for going out and doing shit, Pulse? I go to fucking do open mics, and what happens? I get a fucking deadly illness from somebody.
Did you bomb that bad?
I mean, kind of. The one day I did, but everybody did. It was awful.
Yeah. Which means I might have it, you fucker. It's summertime. I have to work.
Everybody fucking. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do.
Tim.
Well, it's not my fault. Somebody gave it to me.
Damn it! Why is it not where I want it to be?
Listen, you may if I got it from LVT, then maybe you're gonna get it too.
But
No, I have to work.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. Don't blame me. It's not my fault.
Nah.
Either that or I have tetanus. I have a scratch on my arm. I don't know where it's from. I think it's either from the door at the funny stop or maybe Alan's gate. So I may have tetanus. So I may be dying soon.
Oh boy, tetanus.
Maybe.
I got a tetanus shot. I've had a few tetanus shots actually.
I haven't had one in a long time. So
I got one earlier this year.
yeah, I should have. Now I wish I would have, but it's what it is. Bunch of bullshit is what it is.
Did you get vaxxed?
Yeah.
See, I got the first two, but I didn't get the boosters.
I think I got, I don't know. I had 3 or 4. I forget. I got the first 2, and I got at least 1 booster. I might have 2 boosters. I don't remember. I definitely lost my card. Yeah.
I know where mine is. It's upstairs, but I got 1 shot. Johnson & Johnson. I'm good. I'm good for life.
50-50. Got the 50-50.
Oh God, and I definitely didn't come up Millhouse on that at all. Like I got fucking COVID probably a couple times to be.
Yeah, and you were pissed. Like I got vaccinated. I'm like, yeah, but you took the worst option.
Wait, that was confirmed. You got it right?
Oh yeah. I've tested positive. I think twice.
And you lost you lost your taste and smell and all that
for a while.
Did you never get COVID?
No,
really. I got it twice.
Yeah. I can. It's like even when I get sick, still I lose my sense of smell completely.
But I didn't get it until I skipped boosters. So they were working until I stopped getting boosters. So.
Well, no, I mean, I've had. Well, I mean, I don't think I've had colds. I never tested positive, but I mean,
that's what I'm hoping this is. I mean, I can taste still, but yeah. The second time I got it, I didn't lose my taste. But the first time, it was right around Christmas. Would have been Christmas 22. Yeah, because my mom and I both got it. We couldn't go to Christmas at my brother's, but yeah, it was the first time in my life I completely lost taste, and it was weird because it's never happened before. Anytime I got sick. And it was not fun. I was eating a lot of hot sauce.
Yeah, a friend of mine said she can't stand onions, but she ate one like an apple, and it had no effect on her.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, I remember. What did I eat? I think I just had like soup. I couldn't even taste like the fake tomato. It was bad. It was horrible.
Without being able to taste, what's the point of eating? You're just basically doing it to fuel your body. You're not doing it for like.
That's how I looked at it from the beginning of really like eating again after fucking COVID. Yeah, dude.
I still ate like garbage, even though I couldn't taste. Like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I just shoved food in my fucking mouth for a week straight.
I never get hot sauce at Taco Bell. I asked for fire sauce because I wanted to drown it in fire sauce.
Do you know how I got my sense of smell back?
I'm gonna say an asshole.
Mine, yes, actually. You were correct. I was taking a shit at work, and all of a sudden, like I smelled my poop, and I was like, "I can fucking smell again! Yay!"
That's how nasty Ray's shits are. That they can cure COVID.
Fuck yeah, dude. Just wafting death the entire way. Oh man,
Ray shits are the vaccine.
Nah.
You should bottle those shits and sell them next time.
Ray, can we show Pulse what my niece did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
This is the 6-year-old at the in her coach pitch game.
Okay.
She's the smallest kid on the team. This is her batting.
All right, hold on. I closed it out
I
originally.
just gotta find it again. It's okay.
No, I know where it is.
Pulse. I just got home, man. I was gone all week. I was in Cleveland. I got sick. I went to a Guardians game last Wednesday. They swept the Mets.
Oh.
Yeah. They won 9 in a row until yesterday. But then I went to the casino and didn't lose money, which thank God. I spent so much damn money, dude, last week. And food and gas and shit. I spent so much fucking money in Cleveland. And all I did was eat. All right, this is the video. She's up the bat here, Pulse.
Okay.
Yep.
Run!
Get up.
Oh.
Run!
Get up and go. That's my brother yelling at her to get up and go.
Wait a minute. Was that a pinch runner?
What? No.
Was it
She hit the ball and the catcher ran her over.
Oh.
Yeah. She's all right. She did cry, but not because she was hurt, because she didn't know what happened.
Well, she made contact, so that's something.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The older niece was in a 12U tournament this weekend, and she got a double. I missed that. What?
Before coach pitch, what are they hitting it off a tee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And my older niece, she's 10. She's playing 12U travel, which is, I mean, those girls throw almost 6. Some of those girls throw 60 already. So like, which is the thing about softball that's not like baseball is like they don't. I told her, they're not going to throw much harder than that. Like the fastest pitchers you see, you won't see any pitching ever that's much faster than that. Because they top out at about 60, 65. So, I mean, they'll get better and they'll have more pitches. But the fastball, they won't get much faster than that.
Y'all remember Jenny Finch?
Yeah,
I do.
Awesome. And she was hot. I was
about to say the hottest woman in the history of softball. Fuck yeah, man.
You know what? I bet if we looked, we went in that rabbit hole, I bet we could find one that was hotter than Jenny Finch.
It makes me sad that like my dad isn't alive right now because I could just yell at him. Who were some hot softball broads in the 80s? And he'd probably list them all.
You know what? Fast pitch softball didn't really pick up until like the late 80s. Yeah.
I was just talking.
It was I'm just saying it was barely a sport. It's a relatively new sport. Anyway, but anytime I watch college softball, there's always tons. Yeah. And then half the team is hotties, the other half is their boyfriends.
They call them the strappers.
Yeah. They all catch. Yeah, they all catch.
Every single one.
Every single one of them. They don't play catcher every day, but they can catch and will catch.
If they're bored or drunk at a frat party, let's just.
When I went to my niece's game in Kent, I was sitting behind in my lawn chair behind the fence in right field, and we decided to move back a little bit because they're all behind us. We could see better anyway. But so I get up, as soon as I start to walk away, a ball just piss missiled right at me.
Oh no!
It hit where I was.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would have hit at like.
If I was sitting there, I probably could have caught it where I was. So
that's funny.
And last week at the Guardians game, I was sitting at the end of the row, and a ball came and hit an empty seat in the first seat of the next section. So it was like this far from me. If I was aggressive, I could have gotten it, but I didn't really care that much. If I'm meant to get a ball, it'll come right in my lap. But if I was sitting in that seat, it would have came right in my lap. So.
Dig it. Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity yet. I think the worst one I ever had when it came to something like that was I tried to barehand a throw from Jason Bay at PNC Park's bleachers for opening weekend or opening week of like, what was it, 07? Yeah, 07 season. And just hits the meaty part of my hand and goes off into some kid's fucking like, ma.
He had a promising future, didn't he? He won Rookie of the Year, I remember.
He was a pretty good player.
Bay.
Yeah.
But
He was a good player for us. He just, I mean, he
beginning of
never
his
was able to
career.
like rise to a like superstar level.
Yeah, and I remember, I think for Cincinnati, they had a guy named Jay Bruce. They would always talk about his potential. And he never
Jay Bruce was a pretty good player for a long time. He wasn't amazing, but he was
Yeah,
probably
like
a multi-time All-Star.
He was but I mean, they were talking about him like he was a future superstar, and I just remember he never quite.
He was pretty good. He was with the Mets for a while, and he was with the Indians for half a season. He was pretty good for us when we had him, and then he went back to the Mets. But yeah, he had a pretty solid career. I mean, I'm guessing he hit over 300 home runs. Let me look.
Did he?
I'm assuming.
I do not know.
I could be wrong. We'll take a look.
The only Cincinnati Red that really comes to mind, who was also a Pirate, was Pokey Reese.
I remember him. You remember Brandon Phillips?
Yeah, he was started out with the Indians.
Yeah.
He was their opening day shortstop at one point. They gave him like a ton of chances. They really did. It just he ran out of options and he wasn't really doing great, so they got rid of him. But then he went to Cincinnati and had a pretty good career.
They had a squad.
319 home runs.
How many?
319, which I'm pretty sure is the same number that Prince Fielder and Sissel Fielder had. They've all had 319 home runs.
Wow.
The Cincinnati squad. They had. I remember they had Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn. Yeah.
He was
a classic all or nothing.
He was killer be kid. Like he either hit home runs or struck out. Like that was
like Mark Reynolds. Remember Mark Reynolds? That dude. Like, the guy would hit 30 home runs a strikeout more than anybody.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I can't remember. There was one guy that was like, I think on the Jays for a while that was on the Pirates. He was like that. Solomon Torres was another guy like that.
There's tons of guys like that. I mean, there's more now because, I mean, like Kyle Schwarber hit 40 home runs last year and batted 190.
Jesus.
No, it's ridiculous.
Sweet God.
All his were home runs. Joey Gallo is another one. He'll either hit a home run or strike out. He had 100 home runs before he hit 100 singles.
Okay, but also wasn't on that squad. Wasn't Joey Votto on that squad?
No, probably Votto was there forever.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he worthy of the Hall of Fame or no?
Joey Votto, he'll be pretty close, I think. But I think people will forget how good he was, mainly because I think he is a Hall of Famer. I do, but he was never on any good teams. I mean, they had a couple playoff runs, but not much, And you look at his numbers though; they're Hall of Fame numbers.
Is Josh Hamilton Hall of Fame worthy?
No. Well, Hall of Fame of drug use, maybe, but not Hall of Fame of baseball.
Oh shit! No, but I'm saying though, he was like,
it's fine. He's clean now. He's fine.
Yeah, no, I think he's. I hope he's.
But like the back half of his career, the Rangers had to have a handler with him at all times.
Yeah, so he didn't fall off the wagon. Yeah, but when he was good, he was great. Like I remember.
Yeah, I remember he hit that game. He hit 4 home runs in a game.
4 home runs in a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now see, you would think that if a guy's hit 3 home runs in a game, you would just stop pitching to him.
Well, I mean, if the game's not close, And
I'm just saying, he's put it out the park 3 times. At this, he's trending.
Well, the chances are though that he won't do it again. Like math says, he won't do it again. So
I'm like, I don't see that. I'm like, why would
it is one of those things where you might go against the math, though, right? Which you don't do often in baseball anymore. But that may be one of those things. They're like, dude, he's hot. He's hot. So what do we know? Dude, the fact that Scooter Gennett has 4 home runs in a game is one of the craziest things. Remember Scooter Gennett? He was like a utility infielder for a long time, but he had a game with the Reds, that's a small park. The Great American Small Park. That he had 4 home runs with the Reds. So that was a couple years ago, before COVID. I think the last guy to do it was
Good
I want
old
to say
days.
JD Martinez.
How
Right.
excited are you guys for 302?
I'm not gonna watch it, so not very.
You're not?
Well, I have something going on that day. My buddy's fighting. Oh, by
No,
the way,
you're-
Ray, can you Venmo me $25?
Mm-hmm.
I need it.
I will Venmo you after the show.
Okay.
Well, I gotta say, I just want to say this real quick if I can.
You're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Poirier has had a heck of a career by any metric you could think of, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a man who he has 2 wins over current BMF champion Max Holloway. He has 2 wins over Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a former interim 55 champion. He's done everything in his career except hold the whole belt, the real belt.
And St. Dennis, his last fight, dude, that was great.
St. Denis, yeah, he still got it, right?
Yeah.
He's done everything except hold that real belt. This
Mhm.
Saturday, he has an opportunity to do that. And I feel if he can pull this off, his career comes full circle. I think he's already solidified as a Hall of Famer. But
I don't know. I mean, I think it seems pretty easy to get in the Hall of. Well, not easy. That's not an easy sport. But I'm just saying the I
if
don't know.
Donald Cerrone's in there,
Yeah, I'm saying
Poirier's
like
in there, right?
they're like, oh, Matt Brown and Jim Miller are gonna get it. Like, I'm like, who? I feel they should make it a little more exclusive. Anyway, but yeah, so he probably already is a Hall of Famer.
I'm just
But
saying.
no, you're great. No, you're talking about like, dude, what an amazing career. He already had a great one. But yeah, if he gets that belt, of course. Do I think it's gonna happen? No chance in hell. But that's not the point of what we're saying right now.
As soon as you say that, though, you do realize that this is the year. We said some people said it last year, but to me, this is really the year of the upsets. If you look at what has happened,
You said that last year.
but look what's happened this year. We saw what's up, Joints? What's up, brother? We saw Adesanya defeat Strickland. We saw Duplessis defeat Robert Whitaker. We've seen 2 weeks ago. We saw, or was it last week? Last week we saw Tyson Fury lose the first professional fight of his
Different
career.
sport.
No, I understand. I'm just saying in combat sports, this is the year of the upset. Also we saw Alexander Volkanovski get knocked out by Topuria. We've seen upsets this year. The MMA hosts just brought up something to my attention. They said every time that Paulo Costa has been on a card in the past 7 consecutive times, the belt has switched hands. He's in the co-main event.
Right. I mean, that's interesting, but it's obviously a coincidence, right? What would he have to do with it?
I'm just saying,
for title.
This sport is funny, man. You think you got a beat on how things are supposed to go.
I mean, the only way shot he has is if he knocks him out cold. That's the only
That's
shot.
what I say.
Only shot.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
But
I don't see any other way he wins. However, I said the exact same thing about Strickland beating Adesanya, but this is completely different because of how good of a wrestler he is. I mean, Poirier can wrestle too, but not like that, right? So
listen, don't get me wrong.
He's got to knock him out, and he's probably not even going to be on his feet that long.
The most probable outcome is Makachev will seatbelt him to the corner of that cage and keep him there. But I'm just gonna say, after what he did to Saint Denis, I just got a feeling, man. I think if he does this, he does it, and then he relinquishes that belt and he rides off into the sunset.
Pulse, if you put your money where your mouth is, you're going to be a rich man.
I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to. I want to see. Don't get me wrong. I would love to. I wouldn't mind seeing an upset, but I'm not confident. Like, I'm not going to put money on that. But
I bet he's a plus 600 favorite underdog. Let me look here.
But also, and you guys know I'm a fan of Sean Strickland, but for some reason I feel like Paulo Costa is a live dog here. I don't know why. I just feel like Strickland.
No, dude. I can see that. That doesn't surprise me at all. Why can't I find what?
What, just Costa going off on Strickland?
No, it's just I for whatever reason I feel like this is like you know how they have trap games in the NFL. I feel like this is a trap fight for Strickland. For some reason I just see Paulo Costa like TKOing him. Like, I don't know why.
Dustin Poirier is a plus 425. Ray, I think you have a delay on your end, but we'll try to get through it.
All right. Well, I'll leave and come back.
All right. Poirier is a plus 425 underdog.
425. So that means if you got to bet $100 to get.
You win 425. Yeah, it's 4-1, over 4-1. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I wouldn't mind seeing an upset though.
Well, I mean, listen, man, you win like $90 on a, or 85 on a 20 spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the 55 roster, and I mean, if Poirier can't do it, I don't really see anybody else. Maybe Sarukian, but other than that, like the person.
Saruki is the fight we wanted to see, right? But I think.
I mean, I thought Volkanovski might have had a chance, and I believe in the first fight he came closest. But after he couldn't pull it off, I thought maybe there was a chance Dubronx could, but then he couldn't do it. So now I'm like, I don't think anybody beats this guy.
Not yet. I mean,
he's the nuke to beat. I don't see anybody on the horizon. So to me, this is the last ditch chance. If Dustin,
I really would like to see him fight Sarukian, though. I don't think he loses to Sarukian, but I think
he's already beaten him.
He did?
Yeah.
I beat it. All right. Well, that was before. Still.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, listen, I would guarantee you they would have offered this fight to Gaethje if he beat Holloway, but he didn't.
Yeah.
They did offer it to Sarukian, but I think they offered it like right after his fight, which I mean, because right after that is when they said Poirier. So I'm assuming they're like, hey, do you want this or not? Like right after he just had a fight, which isn't fair. I don't know if that happened for sure, but I'm assuming.
Well, I think Sarukian's fighting.
They said he turned it down. I'm like, when did he turn it down? If it must have been right after his fight was over.
Well, after he beat
Hobbs.
Benil Dariush, he knocked out Dariush.
Yeah, that's right, Dariush. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Who did he just fight?
Who?
Wasn't it Oliveira? It's Oliveira, right?
No, he's fighting Oliveira next. Him and Oliveira and Sarukian are coming up.
That did already happen.
No. That's basically a title eliminator. But there is one person in the fray, a guy who's on a 5-fight win streak, Mateus Gamrot. Some people say he's got like a 4-leaf clover. You know what I'm saying, on his person, because he's on a 5-fight win streak at lightweight. That's not easy to do. So he's knocking on the door. I don't really see him beating Islam either. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm excited for Saturday. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that
yeah, dude, come on, Pulse. The last Sarukian beat Oliveira at 300. Come on.
Yeah, no.
No, you said Dariush. You said Sarukian and Oliveira was coming up.
Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. No, but I'm just okay. So after that, yeah. So I guess Sarukian is up next, but yeah, I don't think he beats him. I don't look nobody on this current roster. You got guys with knockout power, Gaethje, Chandler, to an extent, Conor McGregor, but no.
Listen, I got the name right here. The guy who will be the first guy to take Makhachev's belt at 155 whenever he gets that title shot. He's a couple fights away, but when he gets that title shot, he's going to take it. Chase Hooper. Got the skill set, Pulse. He's got it. And if he's beating guys on his way there, that means he's killing it. All right? He looked unbeatable his last fight. I mean, he didn't fight Makhachev, obviously, but he looked great. He's coming. He's coming for the belt. He's coming for it.
He turns into a new Sean O'Malley, but like
wait till like next summer. Maybe next fall. It's happening.
You gonna stand behind that?
Chase Hooper and
sure,
Jack
why not
Harlow.
Cut it and save it.
Chase Hooper and Jack Harlow were separated at birth.
and their father's Ben Askren.
So he got his hair.
No, listen. Honestly, I don't. If Poirier can't do it, nobody else. I mean, Sarukian's good, but he can't do it. Gamrot is good. He can't do it. Fiziev is coming back, but I don't see him doing it. I think.
Let me see what else there is.
Yeah, but is Dustin like? Are we gonna get like high intensity Dustin when it doesn't matter, or are we gonna get the Dustin.
I think Tim said it. Tim
crumbles in
said
the
Tim said it.
spotlight.
He's got to go in there. You have to
gotta knock
separate
him
him
out.
from consciousness. You got to take you got to knock him out. You got to knock him out. It's got to happen on the feet.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume
Yeah.
he's going to be ready to go, but I don't think it's going to matter.
You got to knock him out, and you got to knock him out early because the longer the fight goes on.
I already got Oliveira.
How
Not Darius. No.
How many fights?
Holloway
though,
moves
has
up.
Poirier
Probably not
had
either.
where we thought he was ready. He got lucky against Connor the second time because of the foot injury, and then Connor was looking past Dustin to Pacquiao when he fought Dustin. Didn't take that fight seriously at all.
I'm just
that
saying,
was on
Poirier
Connor, but like
periodically throughout his career,
Conor McGregor sucks, dude. He doesn't have it anymore.
periodically throughout Poirier's career, he's had some duds though. You know, he got knocked out for the BMF title by Gaethje. He got knocked out by Gaethje. He got knocked out of all people by Michael Menace Johnson. So, you know,
Dude, Michael Johnson was a guy though. On any given day, he could beat anybody.
Yeah.
He didn't always do it, but you always knew he had a shot. I mean, he even looked all right against Habib compared to other people.
Yeah. You know what? He holds
drop him?
and I mean this. You guys already know I'm a Khabib fan. I think he's the greatest of. I think he's the GOAT.
And raise the opposite.
No, I know, but check this out.
I'm more in the middle.
In
but
his whole career,
more
you've only seen Khabib stumbled on the feet once,
Mhm.
and it was by Michael Johnson. He hit him, and you seen Khabib do a drunk step, and I was like, oh shit, is this gonna happen? Michael Johnson, he's like you said, he's hit or miss. He'll either kill or be killed. He will either win or lose a fight via knockout.
Definitely a thank you for your service fighter for sure. Like when you see him on the card, you're like, oh fuck yeah, Michael Johnson. That's gonna be a good fight to watch. Who's he fighting? Doesn't matter. Michael Johnson's fighting. It's gonna be a fight. Good fight. Yeah. He's one of. There's a lot of those guys. Matt Brown was one of those guys. Jim Miller's one of those guys. Michael Johnson, Neil Magny. There's a bunch of those guys, and I love those guys. And then when you're talking about Hall of Fame, I'm like, Hall of Fame of what, man? It just like. I mean, no fans will remember him forever, you know, and be thankful that they went to war so many times for our entertainment. And doesn't matter if they won or lost. Not all of them, man. Dude, I usually forget. I mean, it was Sanchez, right? The Sanchez Guida fight. I forget who won that fight. It was Sanchez, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who won the fight.
Yeah.
That same thing with that Hendo Shogun fight. Who won that fight? I forget. It doesn't matter. I mean, it did then, but now it doesn't matter now.
Who was the guy that Holloway did the first stand in the middle?
Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, like we don't remember who won that fight. I think it was Max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you just remember that moment of like Max going fuck it and just pointing down to the fucking thing of stand and deliver, motherfucker, and that's like those moments are amazing. And
best boxer in the UFC for my money.
Who won the first Garcia Jung fight? It was Garcia.
That was a hell of a fight. I remember Leonard Garcia versus Zombie. Yes.
That was the WEC fight.
Yeah.
But who won? It doesn't matter. My point is, it doesn't matter. We don't even remember, and it doesn't even matter. We just remember the fight was fucking awesome, and we don't even remember who won. What does that say?
Yeah.
That's how good of a fight it was. I mean, that's the testament to how good of a fight it was, that we were just like, oh, you say that fight? Oh, what a fucking awesome fight. And who won? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So,
but that was my era, bro. Like, that was like...
That last WEC card was awesome. Was that...
I just mean that time frame in MMA. Like if you look at welterweight back then, I wonder how those guys would fare against current welterweights. Like, how would Johnny Hendricks have fared in the current crop? Like, I feel like you can say what you want to, whatever he was ingesting. Johnny Hendricks would beat the shit out of Ian Gary. I don't care what nobody says. He would.
Not without juice. You can beat anybody without juice.
Johnny Hendricks.
Not without juice.
Martin Kamen, Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, all those guys would
I
smoke.
think Jimi Hendrix. Johnny Hendrix was the worst example you could have made because he was very obviously deflated when USADA came. His body changed completely.
Okay, but I'm just
more than anyone.
Out of
So
that
it just
crop
made me
of
think
guys,
everything was fake.
out of those crop of 70 pounds, like Carlos Condit, what's the guy's name?
Prime Carlos Condit against Ian Gary would be a fun fight.
Carlos Condit would beat the shit out of Rory McDonald.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we know that much about Ian Gary.
Rory McDonald would kill Ian Gary. Like, what do you mean? That was it.
Those are good fights. These would be good fights. Well, Gary's fighting.
Prime Robbie Lawler
MVP.
would probably snap.
Robbie Lawler would smoke him. Prime Lawler would smoke him.
I don't know, man. I think Gary's gonna knock out MVP.
Era?
Yes, bro. Do you remember Robbie Lawler versus Melvin Manhoff? Like that.
Yeah,
Robbie
that fight
Lawler
was great.
That
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler. I don't know of a 70-pounder that beats him currently.
No, Leon Edwards could beat him, but
No, I don't think so.
I think you're wrong. But it doesn't matter.
Prime Robbie
'cause
Lawler.
Prime Lawler
Robbie
was-
Lawler beats Leon Edwards.
I feel like Leon Edwards is beating everybody's ass and is still underrated.
Prime
somehow.
Lawler-
Like, how's that even fucking
Strikeforce
possible?
Robbie
It should not
Lawler-
be possible.
Strikeforce Robbie Lawler would just walk through punches, and like he was. I feel like as soon as he got knocked out by Woodley, that's when the career started going downward. But
You know what it was? It was Miletich fighting systems. That's what it was. That's what makes him tough.
Hope to get him there. What are you talking? Trying to keep Pat on this show. God damn it!
What did I just say? I just said that it was What did I say wrong?
Oh,
Nothing.
Well, no, I thought you were like insinuating that they were the problem.
No, dude, they had so many champions. Well,
I
what do you know what happened when that gym kind of dismantled? We never asked Pat that, but
No.
is that like a known story that we're supposed to know? I don't know. I mean, he would answer that question because Pat will answer anything, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the story there. I don't know what happened.
I'll do some research and see if the answer is already out there.
I think it probably is, but you would assume. But it's weird that I mean, it could have.
Pulse,
they were the first super gyms.
Why
Super gym.
Miletich fighting systems closed?
Is he still selling T-shirts? I would love a Miletich Fighting Systems T-shirt.
Oh, dude, yeah. I actually just found the other day my UFC like knockoff UFC like Fight Man Ultiman shirt. Which I'm fucking pumped about.
We show
But,
Pulse
too
the
small now, sadly. I
the
lose
shorts.
weight.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Will you show Pulse the shorts?
Yeah, I can do that here. Let me. Yeah. Hold on. I just gotta.
No, you know who I saw Saturday? I went to Mahal's after Funny Stop just for a minute to hang out, and I saw Chevy, and I haven't talked to Chevy forever. And Chevy's like, "Dad, go inside." I talked to Chevy for like 10, 15 minutes, and I had to let the dog out, so I couldn't stay for a set, which sucks. 'Cause I'm sure he probably blew the roof out of that place.
Yes, Miletich Fighting Systems is closed. It has been a training camp for fighters such as Matt Hughes, Tim Sylvia, Jens Pulver, Robbie Lawler, and Jeremy Horn. It is now closed.
Yeah, we know it's gone, but does it say why? Like, is there like a story about like the rise and fall of Miletich Fighting Systems or something like that?
I'm just reading from Wikipedia.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably, I'm sure it's something financial, and then other gyms realizing that if you get the best guys together, you can have amazing camps and you all help each other. So
It says, according to the Las Vegas Sun, MFS has been defunct since 2008.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I just don't know why. I'm just curious. I guess we could.
Then Rothwell came up from there.
Everybody. It was Hughes,
Josh
Lawler,
Matt Hughes.
Was it Shirk there or Pulver, Jens Pulver? They had like 5
Pulver,
champions at
yeah.
one point. Yeah. Lee Murray was there before he went to jail.
Yeah, I hear so much.
Banks.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that documentary. I gotta watch.
It's great.
That.
It's great. Or he just ask Pat about him. Pat, there's a fight lore about him, and there's that catching lightning, and Pat's on both of them.
Well, do you remember that guy?
He's the guy who tells the best story about the Tito Ortiz street fight.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say you remember that guy John Copenhaver? They called him War Machine.
Yeah, fuck that guy, but yeah,
Right. Yeah, but I'm
real piece
saying
of
though,
shit.
him, just the fight that I wouldn't want to see: War Machine versus Mike Perry. It would have been fireworks. Somebody might die.
Give it a couple years and it might be able to be set up in prison. Hopefully Mike Perry keeps us. How about Jason Miller and War Machine? Could that get done? Can we do an undisputed style fight in prison?
Well, anytime I hear about an MMA fighter, if I like get a Google alert like MMA fighter arrested, I think of one of three people:
Have
either
that on
John
Google alert?
Jones, Charles Bennett, Crazy Horse, or
Felony.
What's his name? The guy you just mentioned.
Miller?
Yeah, Jason Mayhem Miller. I'm like, what the hell? What did Mayhem Miller do now?
Or Kevin Holland for practicing vigilante justice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am really excited for him to fight Owen Jacek. That's going to be a good fight. Like, that's what I'm going to miss. I'm going to be disappointed that I miss. Because those guys are both bangers, and that's gonna be fun.
Well,
they both go forward. They both go forward. Owen Jacek will just go straight forward.
Isn't that a quick turnaround? He just fought MVP. Like,
yeah, I know he did. I know I forget who he's replacing, but yeah, he's replacing somebody, and he's up a weight class. But I think I actually think he beats Owen Jacek. I do, and I also hope so because, like I said, I love Kevin Holland.
Yeah, he's trailblazer. He's a good guy.
He's still my favorite fighter, I think. Well, other than maybe Stipe and Cody Garbrandt, but yeah, but those are for different reasons, right? Just on entertainment reasons alone, I love Kevin Holland.
Oh hell yeah! I mean,
it happened in 2020 when he won like 7 fights in 2020. He was knocking everybody out, and it ended with him beating Jacare off his ass.
Yeah.
That's got to be the highlight of his career.
It's one of them. I mean,
you just see him start punching them to sleep while they're both like.
I could see them matching up. Him and Buckley was an amazing fight. I could see them matching that up again.
Yeah, Joaquin Buckley. Yeah.
That was Buckley's first fight in the UFC, and that was a great fight. That was at the Apex during COVID, but I would love to see that again. I think Buckley beats him this time. Maybe. Buckley's been looking really good. We got those shorts, Ray?
Yeah, actually, yeah. And then I have I have a.
Are we doing trivia today, Paul?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Well, let's go over what Ray has, and then I'll get a drink, and then we'll do trivia. There we go, Paul. See those? That's my buddy Andrew's shorts for Saturday.
Hey.
Look at that.
Repping the brand.
That's right. Thank you for Andrew for setting that deal up. Nice little affordable sponsorship there. He does feel bad they couldn't be on the show, so we knocked the price down, which is good because I don't know if we could afford that.
No, I could have, but it would have.
I would have paid him in installments. Like I told him, I'm like, we want to do it, man. We're not trying to rip you off, but like, we're broke. And plus, we're not getting, this isn't gonna. We're just doing this as this is cool. This isn't like gonna get us any clout, but it's cool. We think it's cool.
Yeah.
And we'll pay $50 for that because it's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the back. That's the same. That's the same place we were last time. I think right leg, back right leg.
Cool. Hopefully the cameras pick it up.
I mean, they probably will if he's on top.
Who's he fighting?
You know what we should do with that?
He's fighting a guy from Myrtle Beach named Cody Jones. Cody Jones.
And didn't he fight Julian Lane? Let me bang.
Yeah, Andrew did. Yeah, Cody Jones has a loss in Bellator to Austin, the guy who's married to Paige Van Zandt.
Oh,
he fought him. Yeah,
Vanderfort,
yeah, and he lost to him, but he has a pretty good skill set, and he's coming up from Myrtle Beach to fight Andrew, so that's going to be a really good fight. I'm really excited for it. Andrew said he's ready to go, so that's good.
Yeah.
He put something on Facebook about fight week, and then there's a comment from his wife that says, "Bring me his spine." So that's the kind of relationship they have.
Bring me his spine.
I love that. I wish I had a relationship like that. My girlfriend and I we're close, but we're not.
Bring me his spine close.
I did want to get you guys' thoughts. Did you guys see the picture from the new Smashing Machine movie that The Rock's doing?
Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
I
I'm
got
wondering
the
if
photo
that's
right
CGI
here.
or makeup. I'm guessing it's CGI. But it's an
I'm hoping
A24
that's
movie.
makeup.
A24. Well, it could be either. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the budget.
Yeah.
It could be CGI because they'll do both now. But they're both both expensive. I'm assuming CGI is more expensive, but neither are cheap.
I really hope
I'm
like
dude, it's
they'll
the Safries. Have you watched any of their movies? They make good movies. Weird
No.
ass movies, but they make good movies.
What movies have they made? that
Good
might know?
Time with Robert Pattinson. Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Great movie.
Yeah. Those guys.
Haven't seen it, but I know it's reference.
Yeah, those guys make weird, dark movies, but they're good. They're good.
I like it. I just hope they did their research and like.
Well,
actually,
if they wanted to make this movie, of course they they know his story, right? They came. This is their project. The Safri or whichever one it is, one of the Safri brothers is doing this one by himself. But apparently, he obviously went to A24 like, I want to make this movie, and they're like, all right, fine. So it wasn't like,
but again, like
this would have to be a director's like passion project for them to even make that movie. It's not like Mark Kerr is that big of a guy of a story. It's not. It might be after this, but I don't even know that much about his story. Yeah,
I mean,
but
oh my
this
God,
has the
dude,
opportunity,
like,
even with Dwayne Johnson, to be the greatest MMA movie ever made. It's very possible. It could be. It could be.
Like, because I've seen the documentary, The Smashing Machine, multiple times. I owned it on DVD at one point because I wanted to learn about this guy, Mark the Smashing Machine Kerr. Who is he? What's he about? And all this shit. And all of a sudden, I get turned on to this. The opening line, Tim, the opening line of this documentary is, yeah, I'll jam my thumb in a wound just so I can make the ref stop it a little quicker. Like, just make it bleed a little more, punch him in the eye a few more times. There's no rules, so what am I? He just talks about NHB at the time. Like, this was early 2000s NHB. He was one of the early guys in Pride. He was in the Pride Grand Prix in 2000, the heavyweight Grand Prix that Mark Coleman won, and along with MMA legend Oleg Tektarov, who, if you've ever seen National Treasure, apparently he's one of the goons in that movie.
Oh, see, he was the guy who was in Rollerball 2000, right?
Yes, sure.
Maybe. Wasn't he in didn't he fight in the Yama too? Or is that a different guy?
Yeah,
okay.
He won that Yama tournament, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy was he was in Rollerball and some other shit.
Yeah, dude, like those guys, those NHB guys, I'm fascinated by them. Absolutely, unequivocally fascinated by those guys who would do that for, what was it, 7 or like sometimes 10 grand they'd get for winning a UFC tournament.
I have no idea. Yeah, those 1-day tournaments are crazy. I think, yeah, PFL tried to bring him back, but it was pretty boring. It was just wrestle fucking, and it was boring. Yeah, like, oh, Lance Palmer's going to fight twice in a night. Okay, but all he did was just land a guy for the whole time. So,
well,
however, that would be your strategy, right? What wouldn't it be your
strategy?
Yeah, if you got to go for 3 fights, but that's why they got rid of him. One of the reasons they got rid of him. Also, because I don't know if anyone in America was sanctioning it anymore, but PFL did. They did it in PFL, but it wasn't any good.
By the way, I do not like hearing The Rock as Mark Kerr is gonna throw me off because he was actually kind of a soft-spoken guy. He had like kind of a high pitched voice, but he was just a fucking jacked animal.
We're
on
gonna see his
steroids.
range, Raymond. We're gonna see his range here. I
fuck.
never like
Gonna
I
just
can
do-
never get it out of my head when someone in their 50s plays someone in their 30s. I can't do it, man. It bothers me. It bothered me when Halle Berry did it in her MMA movie.
That was pretty
There was a
good.
scene where she was buying tampons. Pulse. She hasn't had a period in 20 years, 10 years, a while.
No, but
She's 57 years old. Pulse.
Is she?
Yeah, she's old. She's older than my mom.
She's aging like wine, though. I gotta
No,
say that.
I'm not saying she doesn't look good, but I'm saying that her playing like whatever, however old that woman was supposed to be in that movie was kind of like it was the tampon scene that I'm like, come on, she's 57. I'm like,
Yes, but the cameo by Israel Adesanya in that was pretty good.
the cameo by Keith Peterson was the best.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was the ref at the end of the movie at the last fight when she fought Valentina.
Oh, okay. Booze and cigarettes. Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
I got to get more drink. I'll be back.
I'm going on record. It's not as good as Chris Tallone in Roadhouse. He brought down. He was the best.
Well, Keith Peterson, reffing an Invicta championship was much more believable than Chris Tallone and doing a UFC championship. So
I know. Alrighty. Oh fuck. Hey, folks. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm just recovering still. My left leg is swollen. So there's that.
Ooh. Yeah, I bet that's got to be fun. That's just got to be. I've fucked my foot up once, drunk, trying to go get weed money, actually. And I just fucking crumpled my foot. It was bad. It was very bad, Pulse. Very bad. But yeah, I know. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Not my finest week. Then yeah, the weather, man, it's just like it's either hot or it's raining. There's no in between.
Mm-hmm. We're getting the tail end of that right now, or like we're getting the like force of that right now. Like today, it was raining. Is there a delay, by the way?
I don't think so. Not on my end, no.
Oh, okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, we've gotten a lot of that. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain here all day, so that's gonna be fun. I gotta go at like 7 a.m.
Did it hail?
Do some fucking
Did you guys get hail?
Not yet. Not yet. We get like one of those a year. We haven't gotten it yet. So. Oh. All right.
Can you hear my dog drinking water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's thirsty.
Poor baby. Thirsty. Let's give that dog more water, goddammit.
Jeez Louise, she's really going.
Man. Oh, bro.
Yo.
You'll enjoy this. Friday, I went to Absolute Intense Wrestling, which is a company up here. They do pay-per-views on Fight TV all the time. Really worth the thing. I'll send you a link. It's like $15 on like Fight TV.
Okay.
And it's fucking awesome pro wrestling out of Cleveland. And Kurt Angle was like the big guest. And I have never seen a line that long in my fucking life for somebody. Everybody there was there to see Kurt fucking Angle. It was dope. Like it was like 854 people.
I remember I asked you about it last Tuesday or Thursday. Did I was asking, did he work? Did he actually like get in the ring and do stuff?
He did not. He did photo ops. That's
Oh,
all he
okay.
really did. So, but a couple people have been. There was a person that's been on the show, was at the show with his stepkids, and he got a picture with Kurt Angle.
I have to say, his theme music sort of grew on me over the years. Like now, I kind of get crunk when I like lift weights. Like it's kind of uplifting.
Oh yeah, dude.
Was it Creed?
Look in the mirror and just no, Kurt Angle's theme song. It's way better.
No.
You just
Colby Covington stole it now.
Suck. You suck. I'd be doing that the entire time. Like, your form sucks. Form sucks. All right. Tim is back. He has drink in hand. And I believe, as the kids say, it's time, Tim.
I haven't been champion for 2 weeks because we had a week off. It's much bullshit.
Right. Back to back.
Right here. 2 week longest reign in my life. It's time for Pulse's Trivia. I'm Bro Plata, the game where I try and beat Tim, but always somehow lose. I am the Washington Generals of this game. Tim,
you are the 2 week consecutive defending champ.
He didn't defend anything.
You by default, he's
no
yes.
default.
You forfeited. You didn't show.
He has been champion for 2 weeks, but he did not defend anything. Thank you very much.
Well,
I got the 10 count. So, yeah, I did.
What do you... I will leave. I will fucking leave right now. All right. What do we got today, Pulse?
Okay, so today on Pulse's Trivia, these are 15 random trivia questions. There's no particular category.
Oh boy,
this is random trivia.
Dude, I stopped taking my alpha brain, so I'm either gonna do better or worse.
We'll see.
I'm gonna start suing. I'm getting into the class action.
This is general trivia questions from a wide array of topics. So
this could be terrible. All right, cool.
May the best man win.
It's an amuse-bouche, if you will.
Okay. I think I got a. Let's see if I got a pen. Okay, yeah. Ready to keep score?
Okay, good.
All right.
I'm waiting patiently. You didn't gain much weight this week. All I did is eat out and drink whole milk.
Yeah, we ate out a lot. Actually, on Sunday, I had Euro Gyro. It was quite nice.
Okay, you guys let me know when you're
Ohio
ready.
City Burrito today. Pretty good place.
Love OCB.
Yeah, I had it Friday and today. You ready? I'm ready. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Both y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay. Question numero uno. In what country did the first Starbucks open outside of North America? Get my gong ready.
Outside of North America.
In what country did the first Starbucks open outside of North America?
No idea, but I have a guess.
I do as well.
I went with Colombia. Why not? Coffee city. Coffee.
I went with England.
That's a good guess too.
Country. You both are incorrect.
Okay.
The correct answer is Japan.
Japan.
They just expanded eastward. I like it.
Okay, question number 2.
Number 2.
In the website browser address bar, what does www stand for? I feel like this is a bit of a layup, so I'm hoping both of you get this question right.
My favorite part about this is that this is less syllables to say than www.
Right.
What do you got,
I say
Ray?
the same thing whenever somebody says WW1 and WW2. I'm like, just say World War One and World War II. It's less syllables.
World Wide Web.
I have Worldwide Madam Web as well.
You both are correct. The correct answer is World Wide Web. Question number 3. Which company's slogan is "You're in good hands"?
Are you ready, Raymond?
Something I was never in high school athletics. All-State.
I also had Allstate.
Both are correct. The correct answer is Allstate. With what's his name? Isn't Pedro Cedeno?
Serrano, yeah.
Dennis Hayburst.
Yes. Okay.
It was. It says Mayhem too. Dirk Winter. Isn't no Dean Winter. And that guy's great at playing an asshole.
Okay, question number 4. Originally, Amazon only sold what kind of product?
I think I know this.
Now they sell everything. You can get probably a giraffe.
Let's do it. I have books.
Yeah, I have books as well.
Both are correct. The correct answer is books.
Doing pretty damn well right now, Timothy.
No. What is a book? Don't ask me that.
Three apiece.
Share us out, Freedom Guy. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, share the stream, bro.
I'm just happy you're here. You don't have to do anything for me.
Question number 5. Which artist painted the famous Mona Lisa?
That's a scribble
What
of
do you
a
got,
word
Tim?
out there. Put Da Vinci.
Right.
I have Leonardo da Vinci as well.
You both are correct. The correct answer is Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah.
What about the Da Vinci Code?
It's a good movie.
Right. I do like those movies. I like Tom Hanks. I like Ron Howard. What's not to like?
Okay, question.
A little silly, but they're fun.
Question number 6. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Explorer are different types of what?
Man, I think this is the. What do you have, Raymond?
I have web browser.
I also wrote web browser.
Both are correct. The correct answer is web browser. Staying in the same category. In what year was the internet first opened to the public? We're looking for the calendar year.
I don't fucking know.
Wasn't that long ago.
I got to
I
guess.
know. I have a guess as well.
My guess was 1991.
1994.
Wow.
Oh no.
Both of you are incorrect, but Ray was closer. But there is no consolation. But the correct answer was the internet was first opened to the public in the year 1993.
Fuck! I was gonna say 93, and then I said 94. Fuck.
Well, I went on Price is Right rules, so
you were 1 year off. No, how you
I
he went over. He went over.
You went over,
No,
but he
he
was
went over.
closest.
I said Price is Right rules. Price is Right rules would mean he went over, so he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Price is Right rules are closest without being over.
Well, in any event, neither one of you get the point.
Yeah, either way we suck.
Question number 8. Who was the first woman pilot to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Don't ask me how to spell it.
Probably fucked her name up, but whatever.
Yeah, I definitely spelled it wrong.
So long as you could pronounce it, that'll work.
What'd you say, Ray?
Amelia Earhart.
I had Earhart as well. I spelled it wrong though.
You both are correct. The correct answer is Amelia Earhart. Tie game still.
Goddamn right.
6 apiece. Question number 9. When did Facebook first launch? We're looking for the year. The calendar year that the website Facebook first launched.
I mean, I think I'm in the ballpark, but I don't know if I have
I
it
think I'm in
correct.
the ballpark too.
I have 2003.
I have 2006.
Wow. Both of you were close again, but both of you are wrong.
Is it 04?
The correct answer is 2004.
Okay.
Question number
I knew
10.
it was before I graduated high school, but I didn't.
I felt it was after.
Question number 10. Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll were the first words spoken on what cable channel that launched at 12:01 a.m. on August 1st, 1981? Before any of us were born, but you got to be familiar with this channel.
Freedom Guy's considering himself a historian. What we're failing at trivia.
We got Raymond.
I have the grade. Well, once grade MTV.
I also put the letters M, T, and V in that order.
You both are correct. Music television is the correct answer.
What's the score, Pulse? We're tied, aren't we?
Yes, it is. It is 8 apiece.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Damn.
Tie game going into the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Championship round.
The home stretch here.
Question number 11. What is the last name of the business tycoon behind the number 5 perfume?
Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, I think I know.
Do ya?
I have a guess, so I don't.
I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
I wrote channel, but I'm gonna pronounce it Chanel.
Chanel, yeah.
Both are correct. The
Almost
correct
there.
answer is Chanel number 5, or if you're from the hood, you can call it Channel. That reminds me of that
Chanel
movie.
5.
What was that movie? with Ray Allen and Denzel Washington.
Oh, he got game.
He got game. She's like, I need some Fendi. I need some Channel. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, correct answer is Chanel number 5. Question number 12. In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what? This guy's quite popular.
Bishop.
His title is quite popular. He's more than one person has owned it.
I think I have an answer, but I don't know if it's right or not.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it to go first? Ray, I think.
Smoke comes out for the new Pope.
I wrote Marcus Pope as well. Oh, Pope.
Both are correct. His papacy, the Pope, is the correct answer for the Bishop of Rome. Still tied apiece at 10 apiece. Still anybody's game. Going into question 12.
13?
Is it 12 or 13?
I have 13.
Okay, 13. 3 questions left. Known mainly for spreading a specific type of food, what Massachusetts-born 19th century man was also fond of spreading religion throughout the country on his journeys? Shall I read that again?
Yeah.
Known mainly for spreading a specific type of food, what Massachusetts-born 19th century man was also fond of spreading religion throughout the country on his journeys? This is a real person. This is not like a fictional person.
Man.
Some people don't know this. I've talked about this before. They're like, wasn't he made up? No, he was a real guy.
I mean, I think I haven't. It's the first thing that came to my head, so it's the only thing I can go with.
That's the first person that came to my head.
Hold on. I mean, this is what I have. If this is the real person, I put Johnny Appleseed.
Sames.
Both are correct. The correct answer is Johnny Appleseed. That was a real guy. Some people like, wasn't he like Paul Bunyan? I'm like, no, Paul Bunyan is made up. Johnny Appleseed was a real person.
Yeah, that was the first.
I put Jenkins Blades, aka Mr. Potts, is what I put. That's a throwback for any of you longtime Bro Plata listeners. Jenkins Blades. All right.
Okay. Question number 14. Which is the highest grossing R-rated film in North American history?
Shit, I know what it was, but I don't know if that's still the case or not.
Is there multiple choice?
No, don't be a bitch. I don't think. I thought something beat this, but all right, I'm going with it. Fuck it.
Rated R film. Not the highest grossing film of all time.
Right.
Rated R?
Mm-hmm. And whenever you're ready, Raymond, you can read yours.
Fuck it. I think because the chick is topless in this movie, right? Fucking Titanic?
I went with Deadpool.
Ray?
He says that he said Titanic.
That Titanic? Okay, you both are incorrect.
Fuck, I thought it was Deadpool.
The correct answer is The Passion of the Christ.
That's rated R?
Apparently so.
Oh, yeah. That thing was violent as shit.
Yeah,
man.
I guess I kind of forgot about that.
The movie
Yes, so if you did, because you know I said rated R, so if you'd have said The Lion King,
right? I got you. No, rated. I just forgot about Passion of the Christ. I know Deadpool did pretty good though.
Tied at 10, going into the perhaps 15th and final question. Anybody's game. Winner takes all. What? Question number 15. What is the government name, the real name, of Barbadian pop singer Rihanna? What is her government name?
No.
You don't have to know her last, but if you just know her first, and no, it is not Rihanna.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna be funny, or at least attempt to. What do you got, Tim?
Hold on.
Please don't be Googling this.
I'm not, dude. I'm writing down.
Yeah, no.
I put what hard white name? Jessica.
I put Felicia.
Which one was more offensive?
Right? No, both of you are incorrect. We going into sudden death.
Surprised I didn't know that actually.
The correct answer is Rihanna's government name is Robin Fenty.
Interesting.
That is her
Did not
name.
know that.
It was Robin.
Robin Fenty, yes. Okay. Sudden death. Question number 16.
It's been happening a lot lately.
What is the highest grossing romantic comedy movie of all time? The highest grossing rom-com of all time.
Define rom-com.
Romantic comedy.
No, I
is a
got
movie.
you. I
Okay.
got you. Fuck. Think of this, Tim. Use your mind brain. It's in there somewhere. I know what the first one popped in my head was, but I don't think that's right. I think it's one of those that I'm going to get pissed when it. Fuck. Just can't be right.
Yeah, I'm probably not right at all.
Who you got, Raymond?
I just threw out Romancing the Stone.
I put When Harry Met Sally.
Good guess, but both of you incorrect. The correct answer is My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh wow, I would not have guessed that. Good for that lady. Good for them.
Right. You ain't seen her in nothing since. Like, what is she?
Well, they just made a sequel last year.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the thing is, My Big Fat Greek Wedding is actually a really funny movie. I enjoy that movie. The dad that puts Windex on everything, that's hilarious.
Never saw it, so I'll take your word.
It is actually a pretty funny rom-com wise. It's a pretty funny rom-com.
They're hit or miss. I like some of them.
There are definitely funny rom-coms out there, but that's
that's
a pretty funny
my
one.
favorite, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't even view it as a rom-com, even though it is. To this day, I gotta say, Jerry Maguire is probably one of my favorite movies. He said Terminator 2. No, but yeah, I like Jerry Maguire. But okay.
Simon Birch. What? All right.
So question number 17. Still in sudden death. Winner takes all.
This hairline is getting scary.
Which National Football League player spent 2 years in prison for being one of the chief operators of Bad News Kennels?
I have Michael Vick.
I have Ron Mexico.
You both are correct. Mike Vick, aka Ron Mexico, is the correct answer. You will accept either one of those. Okay.
You like in Blitz the League 2, the video game, there's a prison game with like no pads, and the quarterback's last name is Mexico. Like they take a jab at Mike Vick in that game. And you can rupture his testicles if you want. It's a good video game.
If I'm ever in need of a pseudonym, I'm going to be Don Mexico.
We're still tied at 12 apiece. Going into question 18, still anybody's game.
Okay.
In question number 18, in what year were the first Air Jordan sneakers released? In what calendar year were Michael Jordan's first Air Jordan sneakers released?
Let me take
Think hard. This is whoever gets this question right wins the game? Will it be Tim to reclaim his spot, or will it be Ray for the three-peat?
No, that can't be right, Tim. I'm changing it. Hold on. Nope, I'm fucking keeping it. Fuck it. We have Raymond.
I have 1987.
I have 1990.
You both are incorrect. The correct answer,
The 89.
which was also a pretty good movie, I hear, is 1984.
Oh Lord, really?
Ooh.
Yes.
No idea.
Okay. Still sudden death. Still tied apiece at 12 apiece.
But pretty good movie. All right. There's a lot about this show. All right, hold on.
You familiar with 1984? The movie. That movie was so prophetic. It basically described everything we living in now.
Well, the book. The book.
The movie. Yeah, the book and the movie.
They made a movie. All right.
Yeah, with
You made a book out of that?
Okay, question number 19. Still sudden death, still anybody's game. Which athlete has the most Olympic medals?
Oh, fuck.
Not for the U.S., for any country. This athlete has more Olympic medals. And it doesn't have to specify which one, but like gold, silver, or, you know.
Fuck, I don't know.
Just think, he's this person is quite famous for what they do.
Yeah. I mean, I have two guesses, and I wrote one down. If it's the other one, I'm gonna be pissed at myself. But I think
I'm gonna congratulate Tim. Because
I don't know if I know.
this is my
I have a guess, but
that swimmer guy is my guess. I forget his
he has
name.
a name.
I know.
His
I
name
can't
is
remember.
Michael Phelps. I don't.
That's fucking it. Yes.
Michael Phelps is the correct answer, but I'm just wondering, does
No, you can't give Ray that, dude.
No,
you know the name. I knew the name, and he didn't. You can't give it.
Phelps' name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
because he is that swimmer guy. That's like
yeah. Tim though legitimately wins.
the correct
regains
answer
his
is Michael
title
Phelps.
That's right.
After two.
Play the song.
2
Play the
weeks.
song.
Tim Danko reclaims his championship status.
Hold on.
Feels good to be the king.
Oh,
That was a good one. We both had pretty high scores on that one.
Yes,
did.
the final score was 13-12.
There you go. Not too bad. 19 questions. Not too bad.
Yeah, I gotta look for it on Facebook because I didn't download it yet.
Oh, it's
I'm
good.
an asshole.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I won. You lost. I'm the man. You suck.
I will put it in for next week when you win again, Tim.
And that has been Pulse's Trivia.
Yeah. Good time.
In the face of the truth.
Good Lord. I'm going to go take a leak real quick because I really have to pee. So I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. When he gets back, I'm going to make something to eat and put this game on in the background.
What's the game we got?
Dallas Mavericks in a closeout game, Game 7 of the Western
yeah.
Conference Finals against Minnesota.
It's not Game 7. It's like Game 4. It's Game 4.
I mean,
right?
Game 4, yeah, basically.
They're up.
But it's a closeout game.
Man, I would have loved to see Minnesota, Indiana, because no one would have watched it. It would have been great.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, Boston Dallas is going to be a good series though.
Yes, and
I didn't realize how much ass Kyrie Irving was kicking.
Bro, he's the I want to see him do this. No disrespect to LeBron James, but I want to see him get a ring without him, and I think he's gonna do it. And furthermore,
we wouldn't have the Cavs wouldn't have a ring
if it wasn't for Kyrie.
Yeah, if it wasn't for we needed him for sure. We wouldn't
I
have done it without him, and a couple other guys. It wasn't just Kevin Love was big, but definitely Kyrie. No, there was games in that season where Kyrie put the team on his back, especially because LeBron was hurt at some point.
People forget
that San Diego game when he scored like 50.
Yeah, people forget how great he was. Like, don't get me wrong, LeBron James is LeBron James, but still, like Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and those are two guys that we picked. Those are two, Cleveland-grown products. As far as the cast picking them,
and I gotta say, Luka Doncic, who is the this year's MVP,
the great white hope. And no, Jokic won MVP.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it should have been Doncic. But I'm just gonna say this: when it's all said and done, I think he will replace Dirk. I think he will be the
Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Dirk Nowitzki never has to buy a drink in Dallas ever again.
Yeah.
But neither will Luka. Where they're both, 1-2 there. It doesn't really matter who's.
I'm just gonna say it. If the Mavs pull this off, that means the Rangers would have won, the Mavericks would have won. Yeah. And that means my Cowboys.
No, calm down. Calm down. I'll see you September 8th.
We're going to complete. Yes, we will see the Browns. But we're going to complete the trifecta and do what the Boston.
Pulse, you should come up for that. Drive up 24 hours. You can stay with me.
I'll do it.
Well,
if I ain't doing shit, I'll do it.
You got to work.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd have to take at least one day off. But it'd be if you have a couple, maybe you could do it. But if you flew, you could do it. But driving, I would take you 22 hours, I think.
At least a day to drive from Texas to Ohio.
Yeah, I would do it in 2 days. I did it in 2 days. I did it once, but I would do it in 2 days. We stopped in West Memphis, Arkansas, and then
there's a Memphis, Arkansas.
West Memphis. It's just outside of Memphis, Tennessee. It's but apparently I don't know where I saw this, but apparently West Memphis, Arkansas leads America in herpes. Or it did at one point. I just saw that somewhere. Anyway, so don't stay at the Motel 6 in West Memphis, Arkansas, like I did.
I'll make a note of that.
No, it was fine. But if you're going to Memphis, I would highly recommend Corky's. Maybe some of the best food I ever had. And that was just coming from Texas, where I had tons of great barbecue. But Corky's in Memphis, great. But that would be great if we could just do a stream of just me and Pulse watching the Browns Cowboys game. That'd be great.
I'd be down for that.
I wish I could get tickets, but they're really. We could, but they're very expensive.
I'll bet that game is sold out
the
already.
Monday night game.
No, it's the opening week.
It's an opening.
It's Cowboys at Browns, but because they're playing Dallas, they don't play Dallas that often. It's going to be like $300 to get in the stadium.
Just because Dallas is in it, it's going to be nationally televised, and plus the Browns were coming off the best season they've had in years. So
yeah, it's. I do know this, which is rare. It's a 4:25 home game, which never happens in Cleveland. Yeah, so it might be a national because we almost always have 1 o'clock home games unless it's a primetime game. So yeah, the fact that we have a 4:25 home game is very strange. We never have that. So
okay, I'll be right back, y'all.
Right,
okay. But yeah, that's strange. You know what I saw on Thursday? I haven't seen in a very, very, very long time.
Who'd you see?
I saw Amanda Averill from Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Love Amanda.
I haven't seen her in a long time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I've never.
That show sucked.
I've never had a crossword with her in my life. So
that's how you get. Oh no, I can't talk about that. I'll talk about that later. Shit.
Oh no, what?
I just had a question for you, but I can't bring it up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And you know me, I like to bring things up here. I don't give a fuck. But when it doesn't involve me directly, then I can't make that choice, right? So
yeah,
I can't.
No, yeah,
it's not a big deal, but I can't. Nothing crazy.
After we get off,
nothing too crazy.
No, yeah, I know. I trust you.
But I got a call Nadal this week. Another week. I did ask. It depends on how I'm feeling. I'll take whatever they have, but I want a feature week. I some of the people they have feature, I could, I'm not going to say any names, but I could feature if those people are featuring. So
after my set, I went over, or I think you.
Oh man, I wish I had a
did it all
recording
first.
of Ray saying that because it made me laugh so hard.
I just like I'll keep showing up. I wasn't gonna ask for anything. I'm
She would
like,
have probably
I
given you a
stunk.
host week. She told me to call her
No.
on Pete's phone, so apparently she has Pete's cell, and that's what she takes work calls on.
Mm,
Yeah, I still have the number. I
I do too.
I'm trying to get this pen cap. Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah,
you, but I don't delete dead people numbers out of my contacts.
No, I don't.
They've
either.
already been deleted. I feel like I just can't let them hang out in there. But every once in a while, I'll be looking for a number and I see them and it makes me sad.
Yeah. I'll see somebody I know. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
Like one of my aunt's numbers are in my phone.
especially these people I met that it ended prematurely because of something they did, either on purpose or not on purpose.
Yeah.
But I did. It should have been 7, but I did 6 sets this week. It's the most sets I've done in a very, 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 very long time. In a week.
Probably also why you're sick. You haven't done that much fucking like.
Because I caught it out the mic.
fucking-
See, I also have a pretty bad habit that I sometimes put the mic up to my face. So
I
if
do
there's
too.
something on the mic, I'll get it. So when I got home from the mic at the foundry or whatever on Tuesday, I washed my face. But it might have been, if I inhaled it, it didn't matter. I think I did hear someone coughing at LVT, but it doesn't mean everyone's going to get it, but I got it. But anyway, but yeah, you know what? It was fun. I did kind of forget for a while how fun stand up is, and I didn't have fun on Tuesday. Wednesday was fun, and then this weekend was fun.
Where'd you go Tuesday again?
Foundry.
Oh yeah, Tuesday was the Foundry. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday was LVT, which we did some filming, and I want to find a way to get you up here again, so I can finish.
Well, I'll be up on Friday. As long as I feel better.
There's gonna be a few things. Yeah, if you're not feeling well, I don't want you to travel up here. That's too much on your body. Plus, you're going to Canton the next day, so
Akron, but.
Or whatever.
Yeah, the goal is to go up there Friday at some point, probably around dinner time. Probably eat with Alan and his family, and then meet you at Grok Shop, and then come back and try to not to wake the dog up, which I probably will, and then I'll be there, and then we're going to Akron. Akron on Saturday, and then I'm gonna go with Alan. Well, I'm driving, I guess, and then we'll go back to Alan's. So.
I like it.
That's on Saturday. The Guardians play at 4:00 on Saturday, but that's not going to fly. So, I mean, it would for me, but
not for the wife.
Yeah, probably. I doubt it. Yeah.
I think I work Saturday, so I'm just gonna be hanging out pretty much.
Have you been getting all these 10-year songs I'm sending you?
Check something for my own. I am, and I'm listening to all of them. Yes.
Okay. I sent you.
Some of them I like. Some of them I hear them. I'm like, it's gonna be basically the same song. Like.
Yeah, they do. You do have a lot of that. As far as pacing goes, but like they're different songs. I mean, I can tell them apart.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna enjoy it either way. There's some songs I can't wait to hear. Russian Roulette is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, they'll probably play that first.
And then Fix Me. I liked
Fix Me is probably my favorite song.
I like Fix Me a lot. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, and I want to still get my goddamn daily fucking 10 years thing to hear if I like it or not.
Oh, yeah, you get 3 more.
I like it.
You'll get one until Friday. I'll give you one Friday. Yeah, so I sent you Russian Roulette. I sent you. What was the second one I sent you? Oh, shoot it up. and then I sent you Fix Me, and then Beautiful today, right?
Ooh, I want to run a joke premise by you.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to make the fact that somebody I knew at some point thought the saying was Rush. Oh no, yeah, we were talking about that the Russian roulette thing. I'm trying. I'm still trying to. I was afraid to do that on Saturday.
You ever have someone say something to you that's so dumb that it breaks your brain?
I've used that setup before. Yeah, where you just hear it and you're like, you instant side eye. Like time slows down because you're like, what the hell? It'd actually be kind of a fun act out if I can get it down. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like it. This is why I love you, Tim. You're my muse, my flame.
As long as you just you, yeah. Someone spinning the. I'm gonna put it all on black. Exit the warrior today's Tom Shaw.
No, you would do living on a lighted stage approaches me.
I feel like more people would know Tom Sawyer than that song.
Probably. Yeah. Putting sunglasses on while I do it. Yeah. Doom, 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 doom. And Neil Peart just going fucking ham.
Either that or you're just sprinting towards the wheel.
Yeah.
Or
my rent.
Or you want to. You're trying to figure out which sorority you want to pledge, and then you're playing roulette at the the Rush party. It's Rush. Russian. Just thinking of things that are Rush.
I get it now. I had to think about that one.
Yeah, I know that was a weird one, but I was just trying to think all the ones that are Rush.
The fucking Rush, like that thing to me is I gotta figure that one out. And last night,
Russian roulette sounds like a fucking hell of a day to me, honestly.
I think I finally have nailed the cocaine story. Keep it short, keep it simple. And I'm thinking about using the BDD scale, which is, or the MDD scale, which is money, drinks, or drugs. And then when I tell her I don't have the cocaine, the drone thing works a lot, like a lot. So I'm starting to enjoy that as a good punchline. So trying, Timothy.
I think you shorten out the part. Well, it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Yeah, there's some shortening, and I have to listen to it to figure it out.
Well, I mean, when I heard you said she either wants one of three things from me, I mean that part is true, but it's long and it's not that. There's no joke in there, so it's
okay.
So yeah, when you just said the money, drugs, you gotta. She obviously wants something from me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to because when you say drugs, it takes the laugh out of her asking you for cocaine because you already preface it with she might be asking me for drugs.
Okay.
That's what I heard. I could be wrong. That's what I heard.
No, I like where you're going with this. I do.
Yeah.
I like genuinely. I do.
Yeah, I actually did think that when you were doing it the other day because that went through my head. I'm like, well, the best line is like the cocaine's supposed to be a surprise, and when you said drugs, it makes it less of a surprise.
Moss is trying to get us to watch the Rangers game. I'm on a Rangers blackout since birth, basically. So like, I can't, but I will say thank you. Thank you for eliminating Alex Ovechkin in fourth. That's all I will give Ranger Nation.
Listen, all I care about is the Cleveland Monsters beating the Hershey Bears.
Are we up? right now in the
No, I,
series?
I don't know. I doubt it. I saw them play Hershey, and Hershey's pretty good, and they won the championship last year. So,
Okay.
I love that Hershey has a team.
Oh, they've had a team for
I know I know it's been a long, but like
fucking decades.
yeah, my cousin used to be one of the managers of that arena.
Mm.
Yeah, but like the Hershey Bears is like the only thing to have.
Yeah.
And Hershey Park. If you
I was
ever,
about
I
to
mean, we used to
say,
go.
yeah.
We used to go to Hershey Park. When
Never
I,
been.
yeah, I mean, I was a kid when we went, but yeah. If anyone doesn't know, Hershey is actually a place,
Uh,
a real place.
yeah, the
What's it called? The Calder Cup.
yeah. The AHL's championship.
Both man. Every time I'll say twice. I've only gone twice. To Monsters games, they had real nice crowds, like much better than minor league baseball.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if the team's good, they'll
But what
attract
sucks
a
is
following.
because it's in the same arena the Cavs play. Everything's like Cavs prices, and it sucks unless they have a special day when it's like cheap
I
stuff.
was
But
about to say,
but
like
alcohol,
Dan Gilbert.
yeah, alcohol's fucking. Like I said, I paid $40 for a drink. I fucked
Well,
up hard
Gilbert
there.
owns both.
I know, and he used to own the Gladiators too.
He did.
They tried to
Yeah.
bring arena football back this year, but a bunch of teams are folding like weeks in.
Good Lord.
Yeah. I liked it. I mean, I went to one indoor football game when Canton had a team, and it was a blast. So
How about this for a sad? Where did this memorabilia go? I'm sad. I don't know where it is.
I have an old XFL 2001 T-shirt. It's all beat up, but I own it. And I still have I have that Hitman helmet somewhere.
I had somewhere. I don't know where it is now. It could be gone to the ether, whatever. A genuine AFL football.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
fight a 12-year-old for it, but I got it.
I'm not even a hockey fan, but when you told me about that when Mario jersey you had, I mean, that had to be stolen. I feel like that's the only explanation.
I feel like it was stolen.
It's the only explanation. By whom, I don't know.
Would steal that? I know who would steal that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know.
I feel like there's no way you just that just
it just up and vanished one.
Yeah, there's no way that just gets folded in between some Christmas decorations.
Yeah, again, I think I have a feeling who stole that, and I'm glad they're out of my life. So,
I have an Albert Bell poster somewhere, but I wouldn't even know where to look for it.
Yeah, that thing was.
Man, I have some cool memorabilia. It's weird. I have dreams about my memorabilia. I know that's strange. I had one like the other night, like that. I have more than I do. It's just strange because I don't have that much.
Have a daydream every once in a while of actually meeting Mario and it being a fucking blur because he is looking me dead in the face, and I'm just like a 13. I think I was like 13, and I'm just like, oh fuck, it's God.
I don't really want to meet any of the athletes that I love, honestly.
You
Don't
know
meet your
what?
heroes, man. I don't want.
He's one guy I can legitimately say out of like Kenny Lofton was a dick, but I think he just wanted to teach me manners. Well, I was like 10. You know, whatever.
Yeah, you told me that
that's
story,
fine.
and that honestly just seemed fair to me.
Yeah, looking back on it as I've gotten older, yes. But the other one, but no, meeting Mario was like gave me hope in life because you always heard how cool Mario was to everybody and how
Mhm.
chill he was. The best one though, a couple years later, Tim. My brother's playing in a tournament with Austin Lemieux, Mario's oldest son. And they actually played each other. And my brother got a face-off win against fucking Austin Lemieux. But Mario actually came to the games, and you could like see him watching his son, and you're just like, holy fuck! Like I had to look up. I had to be about 13, 14 maybe. and I took everything in my power to be like, I'm not gonna bother him. I'm not gonna bother him. He's there for his son. We're there. It's a hockey tournament.
That's
Don't
tough
be a
for you
dick.
because you're Mr. I'm gonna bother you when it comes.
I know. Now I am. Like back in the day, because like my old man was even like, yeah, he's watching his kid. Just like let him be.
Yeah, that's why. Listen, that's why I never shook Scott Stabb's hand, because I was working. He was talking to somebody when he walked by me, and I didn't want to stop him. That would have been rude. So and I didn't get another shot. No, even in hindsight, knowing I wasn't going to get another shot, I still wouldn't have, because that would have been rude. And I don't want to be that fucking guy.
Yeah,
now I was talking to his stagehands and his his roadies all day, right? So I could have. That's what I would have changed. I'm like, hey, is there any time? I just want to, like 2 seconds when I meet this guy, because I'm a big fan. They probably would have made that happen, and I didn't ask. So
yeah, the like I've met some like athletes who are kind of pricks. Although one of them was deserved, because I'm mistaken Maurice Stoudemire for who was it? Who's the other guy on the Suns back then?
Stoudemire, Merriman, Nash.
The other the one other big black star at the time on that.
Not Stoudemire, Shaq.
No,
Merriman.
Yeah,
Sean Merriman, the guy who shot threes from his belly button.
Yeah, Sean
that was
Merriman.
Such a weird shot.
I mistaken him for fucking thing.
You called him by a different name?
Yeah, I called him Mr. Stoudemire because I was an asshole. Yeah.
I only do that when I accidentally send messages on Instagram, which I can't. I do that all the time on Instagram. So I can't send shit in this. I don't know why. I think it's if you double click it or something, it sends. Because all the time I'm trying to edit something and then it will send.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. It's fuck Instagram. I don't like that. Anyway, like Jose Ramirez. I don't want to meet Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
I love it. I love him so much for what he did for the city that I do not want to meet him just in case he's an asshole. I don't think he would be, and depending on the situation.
He doesn't seem like an asshole.
I don't think so. And
I've never heard an asshole story about him, like from restaurant people or anybody like that.
No, I haven't either. I haven't heard nothing. He doesn't really speak. He speaks, I think, better English. I mean, he's been over here over a decade. He doesn't like to speak English in interviews, but he has to speak better English than you. I mean, I'm sure he is
probably
conversational.
In the dugout, yeah.
I think he's conversational. He just doesn't feel comfortable enough to do it in interviews. But I honestly think when he's asked questions, and he knows what's being asked of him most of the time.
Probably.
And they are currently up 2-0 in Denver. Yeah,
that ballpark, man.
Yeah.
Out of one of the there were a few things that gave me joy.
Did you have to get used to the altitude up there, and especially when it came to drinking?
Yeah.
I heard that. Like if you
you
just fly into Denver and start putting them back, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, I had a bad hangover.
Oh, dude, guess who homered today?
Who?
Jose Ramirez.
Ooh,
2-run home run in the first inning.
Let's see how bad we are right now. Oh, we play tomorrow at 12:40. We are fourth. 6.5 back. It's over, everybody.
Not
Yay.
over. Dude, there's 3 wild card spots. It's not over.
Tim.
Ray, look up the wild card standings. Look it up. Look at the wild card standings.
Already?
I'm just saying, you're not here. I'll look them up.
Already?
You're probably
why
not
would
that.
there be wild card standings already?
There always is.
Ew. This early in the season?
National League. You are 2.5 games out of the last wild card spot. So quiet yourself.
That's like 14 games for us. Like we'll never make that up. That's the thing. Like the Pirates,
Amanda was talking about the Pirates too.
I love the organization as a historical thing.
There's there's things to be optimistic about. For the first time in a very long time, I'll admit that, but there is. You have actual, real, legitimate pieces right now, and you have an actual legitimate shot of having a wild card team. If not this year, the next couple years. So don't.
Yeah,
You can be that guy, but I'm telling you, there is real talent there. Okay, there hasn't been for a while, but there is now.
With the Pirates. It is very believe when I see. Like I will give this. The 2014 team that went to the playoffs and then lost in 5 against St. Louis in the divisional round. Was a miracle team. Like that team was an aberration. It was a glitch, as it says in the beginning of our show, fucking glitch in the Matrix. Like it was that was not meant to happen. Like something was off at that point.
I have a prediction.
Yes,
this is my prediction. When the Pirates come to Cleveland, was it the 31st of August and the 1st and 2nd of September, something like that?
Yeah, it's Labor Day week. Yeah, it's
Okay.
30th, 31st, and 1st. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
When that
to at
happens,
least 3 of those games. I want
my prediction is they will be in striking distance within 5 games of a wild card spot. The Pittsburgh Pirates. That's my prediction. Within 5 games of the 3rd wild card spot.
I don't think so.
Which is striking distance. That's my guess. I don't think they're that bad.
We will probably be knocking on the basement. Probably, who's like I think
it's different than other years because you have a lot of talent, right? You actually
do.
You actually have some really you have all-stars. You have multiple all-stars on that team.
Yeah, I know, but can they put it together to make that fucking happen?
Listen, they're already only 2.5 games out of the wild card race, so
we can't rely just on Paul Skeens alone to win us fucking games. Like,
dude, you have Mitch Keller. He's better than Skeens right now.
I know, but Skeens is like a fucking
I doubt his woman is hotter than Skeens, but still.
I mean, his first pitching debut was fucking insane.
Like his debut, he got shelled, and it was the second game that he was untouchable.
Second game, yeah.
I still want to sign Trevor Bauer, but I think I'm the only one.
I wish the Pirates would. That would be the bombshell. Like if the Nuttings had been squirreling away money to do something.
Every club has enough money to sign Trevor Bauer. He can play for the league minimum. He will sign for the league minimum.
No, 8-digit. Just throw the bank at Trevor Bauer and go win yourself a fucking division and maybe go to the NL fucking finals.
No one's doing that. They decided for 1 year and a league minimum, but the Cardinals. What?
I'd give him incentive if I was the GM of the Pirates.
They would be incentives, like performance based.
That's what I'm saying.
But he would play for the minimum if he didn't hit those. Anyway, the Cardinals GM said about Trevor Bauer signing, he's like, we're not that desperate. So something like that. He's basically said we're not signing Trevor Bauer. They're the only ones that came out and said we're not doing that.
Still fucked up. Like
yeah.
He had his life ruined for no fucking reason. Absolutely no reason. I know we talk about this subject a lot on this show.
But it's because he was an asshole beforehand. That's why. But it's still not fair. It still doesn't make it fair. However, if this was Mike Trout, everyone would be like, I can't believe they did it to Mike Trout. How dare they? How dare they? But Trevor Bauer's like, well, he is just an asshole, so we probably did it. There's no evidence. Well, he's still an asshole. So
it just makes no fucking sense. Like honestly,
but it's not fair.
You want to talk about the Pirates doing something again, getting Trevor Bauer and just like letting him go would be unequivocally one of the biggest moves they've ever done in their lives.
I love him to come back to the Guards, man. To Cleveland. It would be a big deal, and we were having trouble in the starting pitching. That's and even though we have guys like Ben Lively, who's pitching his ass off, I don't know that you got him from Korea. Like, he was with the Reds last year, but he didn't do shit. But like, I don't know how. I mean, he's figuring it out. I don't think he's this good. He has like a 2.20 ERA. I don't think he's that good, but he's doing it.
Well,
he's
maybe
pitching
he's
very
hitting his
well.
stride. You never know.
That's very possible. I mean, it's not. He's never been a hard thrower anyway. You know, his fastball's about 90, 91, but that's never been his thing. But he's being smart and he's locating his pitches and all of that. His
I
change has
saw
been good.
something today that was amazing. It was. I wish I would have sent it to myself. I would have put it on the show. A video of Tim Wakefield as a pirate.
Dude, I've seen that video 1,000 times.
I never saw that before until
It pops up
today.
like once a week for me.
That thing is hot. Like,
Yeah,
watching that bitch
it's a great pitch.
just not move an inch. Insane.
The Tim Wakefield story is crazy because he was the first baseman with the Pirates, and he was all right. But then I think guess what it was he was warming up and he was throwing the knuckleball, just fucking around, hitting guys in the kneecaps with it. And one of the coaches are like, "Hey, can you throw that for a strike?" He's like, "I don't know, maybe." They put him on the mound. He threw a handful of pitches, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna send you back down, and we want you to convert to a pitcher." Yeah, that's nuts.
Well.
It's nuts they even gave him that shot. It's weird, especially because some teams don't want to fuck with knuckleballs.
Yeah,
Man, that's why I love baseball so much because there's nothing in any other sport like the knuckleball in baseball. It's just such a weird, wacky, just breaks every rule of the sport, and it's an enigma. There's nothing in any other sport like the knuckleball in baseball. Nothing. I can't think of anything. Nothing.
yeah.
It's just the complete opposite of everything you know about the sport. There's just one way to do it, the complete opposite, right, of what everyone else is doing. There's one way to do it, the complete opposite of the way everybody else does it, and not many guys do it, but a couple guys are good at it, and it's strange and weird. I love it. I think there's one guy who throws a knuckleball now, and it's not even his primary pitch. But I really hope knuckleballs come back. I really do.
That would be awesome. Actually, I'd get back.
There's never more than a couple, but I mean, like Wakefield and Dickey played at the same time, but that like not many guys.
All right.
Stephen Wright was okay. He wasn't great. Mickey Janetz was okay. Actually, I take that back. He wasn't good. He wasn't any good. But there's this kid for the Padres who throws it as like a secondary pitch. Instead of a curveball or a slider, he throws a knuckleball off his fastball.
I dig it.
It's interesting. But like if that's your secondary pitch, are you going to throw it with the bases loaded in a big spot? Because it might get away from you, right? Now, if that's your number one pitch, you're going to throw it because it's your number one pitch. But Pulse, we're talking about knuckleballs.
All right, Dickie. Oh, also, I found out my mother watches this show sometimes. She's like, "I'm so proud of you, but I don't like the way you guys talk." She's like,
my mom has never seen anything I've done, so.
Oh yeah, and I real quick, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Chris's Rangers are playing the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not from Florida, not from New York, but since Chris's home team, go Rangers.
He
I
actually posted a comment for it that we should put on the Rangers game, and I said I am on a hiatus from the New York Rangers since birth. My dad, Pulse.
They're up 1-0 in the second period, middle of the
are?
second period. Yeah, Rangers.
Okay. I did tell Maz though that like I do appreciate the fact that they took out Alexander Ovechkin in 4. I DM'd him on Twitter to tell him that like I'm not my father. Pulse, I don't know if you've ever had a family member that takes sports so seriously that championship years don't exist.
But Pulse, did you know that the Dallas Stars are 2-1 up in their conference final?
I did
That's
not.
another fucking dude. Dallas has been the hot place, man. It's been the hot place for sports.
I'm telling you. So the Mavericks are about to.
Prescott.
The Mavericks. The Cowboys got to step their game up. Like the Mavs.
Rangers, Mavericks, Stars, dude, all killing
Rangers won the World Series. And yeah, the Dallas Stars are on the verge. This is for the Stanley Cup, right? Or go to the
Yeah.
Stanley Cup. Okay.
Although I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, I would
Western
like to
Conference
see
Finals.
Edmonton come back and win that series because come on, the Canadians need something. Give the Canadians something,
Eh,
especially Edmonton. Isn't Edmonton like a tiny city with nothing else?
pretty much,
Like they
yeah.
are
When
just the
Gretzky was
Oilers.
there,
It's like Green Bay. It's like Green Bay for hockey.
kind of,
Only-
yeah.
Only thing I know about Edmonton, Alberta, is that is where the late great Chris Benoit is from.
Now we're all
Yeah.
sad. Now that we're all sad, I'm gonna go pee. Hold on.
He has a sad pee in him, and we like it. Yeah, I really like once the Penguins were eliminated from the playoffs, I completely like I've watched some games at bars and shit, and I love it because just watching it, you see shit develop that somebody that doesn't know wouldn't like see or whatever. It's so good, Pulse. Like pro hockey is so much fun. I love
Yes,
it.
I mean, from everything that I hear, the games live is really where it's at. Like TV, although I will say, I was watching the other night, and so there was a big fight between the Panthers and the Rangers.
Okay.
And I just so happened to be watching live as it happened, and I'm like, great. I always only ever see the highlights of fights. I don't actually see it as it's happening.
Yeah.
And so I just so happened to be watching at that point in time. Yeah, they were getting down. Like,
I'm trying to fucking what's this fucker's name? Oh, Matt Rempe. Matt Rempe is probably who you saw. That guy is apparently a problem.
now is he because I feel like every team has an enforcer, right?
Yeah, he's their enforcer.
Okay.
He's there. I always, because he was my favorite Penguins enforcer of all time. The amazing and always happy to see him. And I don't know if he still has him, but the dreaded AF is George Larac.
Right. I remember you.
baby.
I remember you put me on to him. He kind of reminds me of Ricky Williams.
Dude.
Of hockey.
But more violent, probably. Like he's got more domestics, but on the ice. Like he's got. He used to catch hands back in the day. Like he was one of the last great enforcer goon like guys you wanted on a team. Like if somebody was fucking with somebody, you send George out there and see if he wants to go. If he backs off, all right, George, come off on the next couple go rounds on the ice. I go 2 down and let's go.
And he played for the Rangers? Or he played
No, Matt Rempe is the guy I'm talking about. He's
Okay,
like their new. He's like their George Larac. He's just a big white boy.
I missed this. I missed you guys all week. I'm happy I'm back.
Yay.
for the Rangers, okay, what was Messier? I know he was like a team captain, but like because I always saw him, he's pretty tall. He was like 6'10", wasn't he?
We had this exact conversation very recently. I think I have bad memory.
But I mean, was it fair to call him an enforcer? I know he's a team captain, but
no,
was he check guy?
What did Messier play? I forget. He was a fucking winger, right? Or was he a center? God damn it! You're making me look shit up that I haven't thought about in 30 years.
But when they say like first line and second line defenders, what does that mean exactly? First line. That means the starting five?
Usually on a team, you want 3 lines of forwards, which are your wing, center, and your other wing, and then 2 defensemen on the blue line for the face-off.
Okay.
And so you want at least 3 rotations of that, so you can keep a fresh body at least out there as long as you can. And then first line is usually your best players. It's always your like 2 blue chippers that you want out there in the opening part of the first period, second period, and third period. Those are your workhorse, reliable guys. Messier definitely fit that category for sure. Him and Gretzky, especially in Edmonton. They were the guys. They were the tandem. They were like fuck.
Jordan, would you call them Jordan and Pippen?
Yeah. I'd compare them in like a hockey form. Did Pippen ever win a championship after Michael?
No.
Okay, so he's really, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't even know how to describe him then, because he won a championship without Wayne. In New York, actually, the '94 championship.
Okay, so I mean, obviously
he was a role player. Like, he was definitely a role player.
Oh, because he was a role player. Okay, but wasn't he at one point the team captain though?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he was a hero in New York. Mark Messier,
right.
'94. Fuck.
Well, see, so because I mean, obviously I know who Gretzky is. I mean, but like, see, your knowledge of hockey is greater than mine, obviously. But I'm saying
it's
when people speak about, like, there's like, obviously to me, well, Gretzky is the GOAT, but people always mention the names.
That's debate. That's
what I was gonna say. People always mention the names Bobby Orr and who else? Obviously
Gordie
Lemieux.
Howe.
Gordie Howe, Lemieux.
If Lemieux didn't get Hodgkin's lymphoma, it would have been a race. It was like what Gretzky got was Gretzky got time because Lemieux got fucking cancer. Like, that's how it is. It didn't help also that he was smoking 2 packs a day. But he was one of the greatest players of all time. Like, you can't look at the NHL landscape and not place Mario, especially impact on franchise. Gretzky, same thing in Edmonton. As soon as Gretzky hit Edmonton, it was over. Like, you knew it was a total sea change. But Lemieux came in. The Penguins sucked in '84, and he in the '85 season became this fucking juggernaut, like just a complete and utter lunatic. And it took, 7 years, but he finally got back-to-back Stanley Cups. So that helps.
I have an idea for a game right now. You guys are on the same team. I want to see if you can do this. Within 1 minute, I'll give you 1 minute on the clock. If you guys together can name something. There's 12 of these. I'm gonna tell you when the clock's done.
Disciples.
No. There's 13 of these, but I'm looking for 12 because one's kind of confusing.
The Hells Angels.
The Bay Area is one. That's the confusing one. But I want the other 12 American cities with all 4 professional sports teams. That's basketball, baseball, football, and hockey. 1, 2, 3, go. You have a minute. Go.
New York.
Houston, New York. Los
LA.
Angeles.
Hold on. What do you got? New York who?
Houston, Los Angeles.
Not Houston.
Houston,
LA, yes.
no,
New York,
a hockey
yes.
team.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ray?
It's New York, LA,
Chicago.
No.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Okay. 3.
Denver.
Yes, 4.
Boston.
5.
Miami.
6.
Atlanta.
No.
No, Atlanta doesn't.
No. Falcons, Braves.
No.
They don't have a hockey team anymore.
Yeah, they don't have the Thrashers anymore.
Oh, Dallas.
Dallas, yep. That's 7.
Dallas. Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yes. Phoenix. 8. You need 3 more. Oh, no, 4 more. Sorry.
How does Phoenix have a hockey team? Like, there's no ice anywhere.
You guys passed a
moving
minute,
to
but you can
Utah.
keep trying. What?
I said I was answering Pulse's question of how does Arizona have a hockey team? They're moving to Utah, so
Oh,
Um,
Las Vegas.
No,
No, they don't have an NBA
No.
team.
they don't have baseball. Yeah, NBA or baseball yet.
Buffalo?
No,
No, they don't have an NBA team.
I think there's 4 you missed. I gave you Bay Area. I already
Detroit?
gave you Bay Area.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit's one. That's 9. You need 3 more.
Oakland.
I said Bay Area. That's the one I gave you
Okay.
Okay.
because they're that
Oh.
one's confusing. But there's 3 more.
Seattle.
No.
No, they have basketball.
Oh, they did.
Okay, yeah, I know which ones you guys don't have. Okay, go ahead. There's 3 more.
Toronto?
No.
Toronto? No. Yeah, they don't have baseball. No. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Baseball,
basketball, hockey.
Did you specify American cities?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
So Toronto's off the list.
I don't have football anyway.
Okay, it's not a city, but a state of Minnesota. They got a
Yeah, that Minneapolis. Yeah, that counts.
Minneapolis.
Philadelphia?
Okay.
Yep. You're missing one.
Oh, DC.
DC, got it.
Oh, okay.
Whole list is Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, Los Angeles, Miami, Minneapolis, New York,
What's the
Philadelphia,
list?
Phoenix, Bay
That's why I
Area,
feel-
and Washington, D.C.
That's why I feel for like San Antonio. They got one ass team. They got
Yeah,
basketball.
you know what?
Shit.
No, basketball is that one that like there's a handful of basketball. I mean, well, now Salt Lake City has the hockey team now. Well, they will next year, but they had, Oklahoma City is another one.
Right.
I think there's
Green
another
Bay,
one.
Wisconsin. There's nothing else going on in Green
Yeah,
Bay. Except
Orlando Magic, right? There's basketball teams have a few of those cities that they only have just basketball teams. Yeah, Oklahoma City,
You
Oakland,
remember-
Salt Lake
you
City.
remember, like, I love the ABA squad they used to have. Like, Louisville, Kentucky had a fucking
Kentucky
team
Colonels,
that-
yeah.
Yeah. I wish they would give like NBA franchises to like Louisville or fucking fuck, what's the one in South Carolina?
I
Charleston.
wish Salt Lake City would give the New Orleans Pelicans their jazz name back. There's no jazz clubs in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they've been there for so long now, man. Utah
Yeah,
is
it's
the
kind of an
Jazz, baby.
institution at this point, dude.
Yeah, they've been there
Like,
forever. Utah is the Jazz, and also it's just a funny name. Like it seems like it doesn't matter who owns them, who runs them, who's playing on the team. It seems like the whitest franchise.
Although they have one of
it's because of the name Utah Jazz.
It does. Like Salt Lake City is the like you don't. I can't imagine there's too many people that look like me in Salt Lake City. I just can't.
I don't know.
but they can
What
all.
were we
ball.
talking about? What's talking about with Pulse? But about Boise? How like I've heard all these great things about Boise, Idaho. Was that what you guys I was talking about? No, maybe not.
Have you?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Boise.
Yeah, it's
Everyone that goes to
surrounded
Boise
by
is like
former
that city is
military,
amazing.
too.
All I
Yeah.
can tell you about that city is they have a college football team with a blue field.
They do.
That's about it. I'll probably never. I don't know if I'll ever step foot in Boise, Idaho, or why would ever even have a reason.
You probably won't, but I've heard good things about it. Well, it's like people that I know that tour and do things like that. They're like yeah, Boise's great. Boise's a great place to play. I've heard they talked about it on Rogan too. Like it's one of those cities. Anyway, was I trying to remember another city that has only a basketball team? I think I got them all though. No, Sacramento. That was the one. Sacramento.
Oh no, Portland.
Portland. Yeah, Portland.
Yeah, we
Sacramento.
actually. What
I mean,
what
they have
were your
soccer
thoughts,
teams, but-
by the way? Speaking of the Portland Trailblazers, what were your thoughts about Bill Russell dying?
Bill Walton, Raymond. Bill Walton.
Bill Walton. Yeah. He dedicated his life to this game, to the game of basketball. He was
Bill Walton.
Celtic great. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
In the honey pot. Yeah, the honey hole.
In
That's
the
what, in the
honey
honey hole.
pot.
The honey hole. That's what it was. He was the man.
Yeah.
Bill Walton was great.
Yeah. Speaking about all white team, that I feel like whenever I watch highlights of that old Celtics squad, like all their best players.
Larry Bird. Larry Bird was
Kevin McHale.
Yeah. Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge got range like Danny Ainge.
Well, I mean, representation is important, and Boston at the time was very white.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was the thing. Oh man, who was?
uh,
Oh man, who was I
didn't
hearing
go into
talking about
Saudi.
this?
That was the problem area apparently.
Yeah, Granite always. So I used to, Granite.
Yeah, how's
yeah.
he been, man?
He's been
He
pretty
hasn't
good.
been.
He's,
He hasn't been in the chat or watching. Come on, Granite. What did we insult you? Hope not.
No. He's cool. I look at him as a mentor, but he would always tell me,
Hell yeah.
because I asked him, I'm like, what is Southie? He's like, this is just South Boston. He's like, it's a high crime rate area. But every time I would ever hear about Boston, I heard like because I've never been, and I would always hear that they're like that city is sort of elitist because this, they got Harvard and stuff like that, and then their teams. For the past 20 years, Boston has nothing to complain about for sports.
I know they throw like drinks at tourists who like take photos in front of fucking like statues and shit. I've heard
Yeah.
that's like a thing that
I mean, I went to Boston once, and everyone treated us pretty great. Like we were at Fenway, and people were taking pictures for us and stuff, asking us where we're from, and yeah, they were real nice.
I'm just in terms of sports throughout the past 2 decades, between the Red Sox, between the Celtics, and between the New England Patriots, they just been winning.
Yeah.
Especially the Patriots, they just.
I mean,
don't get bleak now.
Couple of them are questionable.
So the last time that the Guardians won was, I think it's 36 out of their first 53 games. It's happened 3 times before, and the times it happened were 1920, 1954, and 1995. They went to the World Series all 3 of those years. So people were like, "Look at this stat." I'm like, "Well, that's a fun stat, but yeah,
Yeah,
they only won 1920. They got swept in 54, and they got beat in 95.
But have you guys? I'm sure you guys have seen the Louis C.K. bit about, and that's the other thing. You know how many
Goodwill Hunting? That's such a good bit.
that. But how many of your favorite comedians just so happen to be from Boston? It seems like everybody.
Many.
Yeah,
between
there, man, because apparently, I hear comics talk about that scene. It was one of those scenes that audience would eat you alive.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
there's also guys there's still guys there that never leave Boston, and they make a living doing comedy just in Boston. You don't know who they are. They're older guys, but they never leave Boston, and they make a living doing comedy just in that city, which is crazy to me.
Between Bill Burr, I believe Patrice O'Neal was from there originally.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Rogan started there.
Rogan started there, and so, and then obviously UFC president Dana White is from there.
Yep. He got beat. That's how he got Meniere's disease. Apparently, is fucking around,
just being in Boston,
out.
Going to Nick's comedy stop. But you hear legendary stories from all those smaller clubs that were in Boston. Guys who just rotate through there.
Isn't Rich Voss from there, or is he from New York?
No, he's from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to come into the funny stop soon.
I know. I'm gonna go down, hang out, and just because I love Rich. So fun.
But
such an asshole.
I say, those guys were from Boston, but all the biggest names seemingly are from
Lenny Clark, Dennis Leary.
Right.
Pulse, you mentioned somebody who, like, if he would have taken care of himself just a little bit.
Tim Danko. Oh.
Yeah, that's him too. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Hyclack as well, because hasn't really.
I already know what you're gonna say. Ralphie May.
No. You mentioned him already before, which was Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, Patrice. That's the thing. I said it before, and people get mad when I say it. I'm not saying he's overrated because he really is your favorite comic's favorite comic. But in my opinion, I can't remember a bit that he said. While he would always say things that I thought were thought-provoking, but I can't remember anything that Patrice O'Neal ever said that just had me rolling on the floor laughing.
Patrice?
You didn't, yeah, and I hate to say it because like I feel like if I was in the comedy world, people would like come after me because like don't you dare say anything. But
You're allowed to like whoever
mad
you
about
want,
the
man.
guy. I'm just saying he's not. I can think of Dave Chappelle bits that have me like in tears. I can think of things that Bill Burr has said that has me on the floor laughing. I can't ever think of anything that Patrice O'Neal said. While it was thought provoking, I can't think of anything that he said that just had me gut busting laughing.
Pulse. I will give you something.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say I
have an
feel
example.
like I feel like you just haven't seen enough.
I have an example.
Is it Angry Pirate? I fucking love Angry Pirate.
Yes.
I mean, I remember one time on one bit he said, "Do you ever notice in America we call our sports champions world champions, but they don't play anybody else in the world except outside of or inside of America?"
I get you, but here's what I'm gonna give you one of my favorite sayings that I've come up with, which is, as an American citizen, you have a God-given right by the First Amendment to be completely wrong about something. And
Ray exercises it every show.
a lot. I believe in it, and it's a beautiful thing. But the Angry Pirate joke, but how what he did it as a tag. He did the poltergeist, which is you have a friend get behind your girlfriend and you stand in a window with a lot of moonlight and you start waving at her.
No.
As
Okay,
he
so
pulls the blindfold off.
okay, so I remember a joke that he did that there was some controversy because apparently Amy Schumer stole it. Like,
Yeah, that was the Angry Pirate.
Okay,
Yeah, she did that to a lot of people.
That's how I knew she stole the
Pescatelli
joke.
and- yeah.
I saw Patrice in 2006.
Oh,
And
Like, was it a hard steal?
It
But
was
there's
a hard
difference
steal.
between when it's a tag, it's a kind of a hard steal. But there's tons of like thousands of comics have a bit about getting their first prostate exam, and that's okay because they're all different jokes, right?
Well, apparently it's
thousands have
called-
jokes about online dating, and that's okay too.
Apparently, it's called parallel thinking because apparently Dane Cook and Louis C.K. had a beef back in the day about because they had a joke that was similar.
Yeah,
But there's a difference.
Well, no, that was legit. I think stealing.
Well, there's a difference between parallel thinking and then what Carlos Mencia was doing. Like he was just straight up.
I think Mencia was really just janking stuff from people.
Right.
Yeah, it was, and he was just like people. I heard him fucking try and do it at a certain club in a certain town one time. Tried to justify it to people.
What? Who? What?
Carlos
Mencia.
Mencia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is my thing about Patrice O'Neal. The dude, he was very smart. He was beloved by every comic, and I remember the one time I think it was either on CNN or MSNBC. Well, he lit this woman on fire. She
MSNBC.
He cooked her. He absolutely cooked her on something. He was just killing her with facts.
Is that the one where like the cameraman was losing it?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm representing funny. I am funny.
Right.
In this argument.
And he just shut her down, and I was like, this is so great. But even that, while it was great to watch, I don't think I've ever heard anything that he said that just had me like, oh my God, I can't.
I remember being at the Time Warner Cable Amphitheater downtown Cleveland, Ohio, with my at the time late 40s father.
What is that called now?
It's just nothing. It's just empty.
It's empty. Is it?
They moved on to Nautica, which is Jacob's Pavilion now. But they just abandoned fucking Time Warner Amphitheater. But Pulse, I watched Patrice for 20 minutes eviscerate a gigantic tent full of people on the Cuyahoga River. Like
that might be what maybe I've just not seen enough of his material.
Yeah, you haven't seen. I'll send you Opie and Anthony stuff that you can listen to. Patrice was a different human being. Like he did not give fuck's who?
No, that's one thing I will vouch for. He would say whatever was on his mind. But that's the
Yeah.
thing, like most comics. Okay, so we just mentioned a few guys from Boston. I feel like the majority of the greats seemingly come from the Eastern Seaboard, like Boston,
Yeah,
New York, New
because
Jersey.
it's a hard area to grow up in. But I'll tell you why I love Patrice the most. Patrice did one of the greatest things, and it's been talked about ad nauseum. But I'll allow you to say a certain word, Pulse. Make sure you use the A, please. And then I will say the word
you can use whatever you
versus,
want.
and then say the
B-Man,
next
what's up,
thing.
buddy?
Hey, B-Man, good to see you, buddy. Pulse, if you could say the soft A for me,
B-Man's pretty
please.
cooked right now. Hope you're doing okay, B-Man. We haven't seen you here in a while, but I hope you're doing all
Yeah,
right.
dude, good to see you, for sure.
Absolutely.
But Pulse, seriously, this is an actual bit Opie and Anthony did with Patrice.
Okay.
It was
nigger
versus Nazi. And
Okay.
what they did is they put Anthony from Opie and Anthony in a Nazi helmet, and Patrice wearing just whatever Patrice was wearing, and they would hail cabs in New York City and see who got the most. And I think they made it a best of 7.
And let me guess, the guy dressed as a Nazi.
I would assume so.
In the Nazi war helmet. Yes.
Okay, so that's the thing. Like
I gotta send you that, dude.
As a child, I remember the days of rock jock radio, because it's like nowadays terrestrial radio isn't even a thing no more because everything's streaming. But
it is, but it's less of a thing. Yeah.
But I'm saying, you remember like when Howard Stern was was really the king of all media. Before new media, he was the king of all media. And there was a guy from Chicago who
Man Cow. I'm Man Cow. Hi, I'm Man Cow, and I'm very loud, and I'm talking about politics.
Yes.
Do you not know what I'm talking about?
There was a time when I would rather listen to the radio than watch TV. Like, it was just more entertaining.
Bro, same.
Well,
as my girlfriend says, same girl, same. Like, it was, I had direct TV at like when I was in high school, and they had a deal with XM satellite radio.
Okay.
And Opie and Anthony was channel 879, the last channel before the info channel gets circulated back in. For 4-5 years, never left that channel, my television, because the radio I was listening to was so insane. I'm like, I can't wait to get home to listen to this shit.
Right.
This is going to be epic. What are they going to do on the XM side compared to the terrestrial side? Like, it was fucking nuts. The kid stomping incident.
Even the early 2000s, like between Scott Farrell and run on the bench. Yeah,
who
there
said
was
my name? I want to know who it was.
There was a time when I would like straight up turn the radio on and just listen for hours, like while working out and shit.
Yeah, dude. I was a radio kid myself. I
listened to some Alan Cox today.
Nice. I haven't listened to them in so long.
Like,
I'll catch those,
because two of the people on, I don't know Alan. I met him before, but I didn't know him. But you know, the two other people on there, I care a lot about. I like it very much, and they're very funny. So, but yeah. I don't know when it was. I would have my niece, and I'll drive my niece either to somewhere or from. I don't know, but we flipped through the channels, and you know, Mary was talking. I'm like, "That's my buddy Mary. That's my buddy Mary." She's like, "You know her?" I'm like, "Yes, I've known her forever."
I have, and I kind of want to make sure. Well, I can block the email out, and everything. I have a very positively critical email from Alan Cox in my email saved.
From when
I
were
went to
interning?
broadcasting school. What?
When you're interning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was at MJI, but I was a huge Alan Cox fan. Huge.
I was just, I can't believe he took the time to write you an email like that.
I was touched. Like I saved it forever. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I
Was it
love
like a fuck
Alan
you
for
or
that
like,
for
hey buddy,
life.
do better? Like what's
No, he actually gave me pointers and was
Oh,
like,
okay.
"You're
That's nice.
okay in this. You're doing this
That's nice.
fine, and
Good for him.
hopefully
nice.
you have a point with something where you're going." You know, he
That's
actually
nice.
gave critique that I wasn't like
nice.
mad at. I'm like, "Oh my god, he actually wrote this!" Like,
That's nice.
holy fuck.
That's nice. We say a lot. It's a joke here, and it's true that Ray was made in a lab by 90s shock jocks.
I
Like
was.
that. Yeah. I mean,
Pulse.
if you were born 20, 30 years earlier, I mean, man, you would have
What's
been perfect for one of those radio
No,
shows.
but I mean, as far
Who's
as
the big like talk DJ out there in Houston right now?
right now,
Like
I
the
mean-
afternoon drive guy where like
In English.
nobody
In English.
misses.
In English.
In English. That
Well,
is a good distinction. Thank you, Tim.
back in the day, it was Mad Hatter, but now I couldn't tell you. I don't so much listen to the radio anymore now because of streaming. But
Okay.
I gotta say this. I mean, last thing on Patrice O'Neal. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of the man's material.
feel like
I
that's what
will
it is.
Somebody else-
tonight.
There was
send
somebody
you.
else. There was somebody else, another comic, who for years people would highly tout the man, and then one day I remember watching him and like, okay, shit, I finally get it. He said something, and then from then on, he's been hilarious to me. So maybe I need to see more of Patrice O'Neal. But to
Who's
this
that
point,
comic?
I can't think of the guy's name.
Okay.
But
You have a joke?
Dane Cook.
Dan Cook he started out hilarious. Like you remember when he was
Well, I mean,
and
he
then he
got fucked
transitioned to
over
a
by
real
his
movie star.
brother, so he
Yeah,
really,
dude. I
feel so bad.
don't give
for
any
that
shit
guy.
to Dane Cook. I mean, I guess he did some things when he was at the height of his popularity that, like, he's not the only guy who did shit like that.
Oh,
But,
okay.
like,
Now, a guy that
perfect.
to this day I'm still not sold on. I have no idea why he was ever as famous as he was. Matter of fact, he parlayed this fame into a sitcom on Fox at one point. A guy by the name of Christopher Titus. I can't tell you a single joke that guy's ever done. in his whole
that guy, I think he was still around at the time where people are still like, dude, let's give stand-ups sitcoms. It's working. Seinfeld's the biggest show ever. Let's keep giving Home Improvement's huge. Let's keep trying to give these stand-up guys.
I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance, and his show. I gave it a chance, but like, I have ADD, so if you can't hold my attention, you gotta say something that is gonna make me really like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm assuming that if I went and saw him live, I'd have a good time and it'd make me laugh.
I had
I'm assuming.
a great time seeing him.
Did you see him? Okay. Well then,
Yeah,
I
some
figured.
of hilarities years
Well, that's
ago.
like a lot of guys. So I'm like, if I go see him live, I would be surprised if they weren't good. They're
There's
pretty
a few
good.
times recently where I've heard some of his stand up and I kind of just roll my eyes.
He seems
but,
did he go hard right?
No, he went hard
No?
left.
Did he? Titus did? That's surprising.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm sorry.
More libertarian in some aspects, but like definitely left. Like he went hard left.
Well, I mean,
being a parent kind of does that. You either go hard left or hard right.
It's usually hard right.
Most comedians, even if I'm not a huge fan, I can name something that they've said that is like I'm not a diehard.
It's harder to remember bits.
I'm not a diehard Larry the Cable Guy fan, but I've seen things that he said. All those guys from the blue collar.
I have a lot of respect for Larry the Cable Guy. A lot of people don't. I have tons of respect for that guy.
I love Larry the Cable Guy.
It's not my favorite, but
I
like
soured, but now I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be ashamed about liking Larry the Cable Guy.
No, there's no reason to be. If somebody is, I'm like, tell me why. Well, because it's a character, and it's not a problem at all. Why is that a problem?
It's not like it's not like what's that Ed Fishman or whatever, the fucking
The Bassmaster guy? Yeah, that guy's annoying.
Don't say that last name in my presence.
You just asked me what his name was.
I know, but I was hoping you would get it wrong too, on purpose, just because.
But yeah, that's not my thing. Well, Larry the Cable Guy is a legitimate comedian, and he became known from doing characters on the radio.
But all those guys,
doing
like,
stand up in
like,
that. So
all those guys at some point have said, all of them, Perlman, Foxworthy, all of them have said something.
say Perlman, Ron
What's his
Perlman,
name? Not what's his name? The guy with the
White?
cigar, Ron White.
Ron White's
Yeah.
fucking mastered.
Yes, all of those guys have said something. Even Bill Engvall, to an extent, has said something that at one point I was like, okay, that's actually
Remember
funny.
when Bill Engvall had a sitcom?
Yeah, what's her name was on it?
Yeah,
That-
Jennifer Lawrence played his daughter. Yeah, and I think Foxworthy was great. He was great.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Jim
all those guys are
Foxworthy,
funny.
dude. Like,
Of those four, I would rank them personally. Here we go.
ooh, okay.
Ron White. Let's go. You know what? We're going Cable Guy, then Foxworthy, and then we're going Bill Engvall. The two in the middle that could be interchangeable, but that definitely Ron 1 and definitely Engvall 4.
So I always looked at the blue collar guys as like the white counterparts to the kings of comedy, right?
That's 100% what it was. Yeah.
Well, so I always looked at
it was probably pitched that way by somebody.
Well, I always looked at Larry the Cable Guy as their Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah.
I always looked at Foxworthy as Steve Harvey. I always looked at Ron White as Bernie Mac, and I guess Bill Engvall would have to be D.L. Hughley. So, but
yeah, that's about right.
But I'm saying all 8 of those guys I've mentioned at some point in their career, they said something that I thought was absolutely hilarious. Most comics that I see, and you really, because I feel like by the time you're established, you really have to have been funny, otherwise you wouldn't have got on the TV, right? I mean, for the most part.
You think that, and you hope that, but in theory,
yeah, it can backfire as a producer. You never know.
Well,
Ray, real quick, what was the guy that when they did Heart of the City, Cleveland? Sorry, Pulse, I just got to get this out.
Go ahead.
It was Mike Polk, Rob Ward. Who was the other guy?
Nelson Davis.
Okay, I don't even know him.
What?
I never met him.
You never met Nelson?
I never met him.
Nelson was a big brother to me early on.
I'm gonna go pee in a cup. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll go pee in the sink and fucking run the water, you animal. Jesus Christ. You do the normal fucking thing, man. What the hell? We all know that trick. Our dads did it, and we do it in places we own. All right? Or rent. It doesn't matter. If we have a slop sink, it's going to go in there. Sorry. Especially if you're drinking, which I'm doing now.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe if I've been drinking and I'm in the shower and I just don't feel like stepping out, I'm like, it's already going down.
Wait, you don't pee in the shower?
In the shower, yeah. In the sink, no.
Oh, no, never. No,
got
not
a little
the
bit, got a little bit more. Got a little bit more tact than that.
I was about to say, dude, like
only because I brush my teeth
shower,
there.
You're weird to me.
Yeah, it's only because I brush my teeth there, and I figure other people are going to use it at some point. But
I mean, again, you're getting foam and shit. It's getting cleaned.
No, but every stand-up comedian that you can think of who's worth their salt, like I figured the reason that they are famous is because they're established, and the reason they're established is because they've been funny. They've been funny over and over again. Like they've been in front of somebody who they had to audition for. It's very few people that I like, any comic, like even Gilbert Gottfried for that matter. He said things that, rest in peace to Gilbert Gottfried.
R.I.P. Do you know what's funny that I've always found? Like I've seen some fucking heavy hitters in in urban comedy.
Oh,
over and over again.
To this day, Eddie Griffin, absolutely.
Eddie Griffin. I was thinking of somebody, and it wasn't. I was thinking Eddie Murphy, but it was Eddie Griffin. That's
undercover brother himself.
Oh my God, that guy.
Movie.
That guy's the man. He should have been way more famous than he was. He was great.
I think that was on him, actually. I think he decided he just wanted to do stand up. I mean, he sells places out. Pulse, what's the local?
Hold on.
Oh,
wait,
go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've watched people like Bruce, Monique, Earthquake,
dude. I bet Earthquake's sweet.
Earthquake was one of the when he was like
you told me the Earthquake
he
stories.
was trying to like hit like tag that night, and he looks at her, looks at me, and
On
goes,
Instagram.
"No, luckily this was really before that shit took off."
That was a joke.
Well, there was a show.
I know, but luckily, no. What I'm about to say is like, I
Let
don't
Ray
think
finish
it
his
was-
point.
But and
Sorry.
he looks at the hot chick, looks at me, and goes, "That's Ray. That's my dude." I've
That's
been
fun.
living off that since then.
That's cool. And it is cool when I was working at Funny Stop when I wasn't on stage, when like headliner, no matter who it was like real nice to you. Most of them were, but it was always cool. What I was gonna say, Pulse, what's the do you have an improv down there? What's the closest?
Yeah.
The Houston Improv.
There's Houston Improv. But even like, what's the guy? He's a clean comic.
Well, I was just gonna say, Pulse.
Brian Regan.
No. White guy. He kind of looks like Dilbert Gaffigan.
Gaffigan.
Oh, yeah.
Even Jim Gaffigan, even though he's a quote clean comic, he's a beast at what he does. He doesn't swear, but he's a beast.
Yeah,
So it really
Berganti the same
doesn't
way.
matter what you're saying. If you
Regan.
can come up with a funny story, it's funny to me. Like but there are very few comics that I just don't like. Even what's the guy, the roast master? We only see him at roast.
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross, yeah.
Yes, Bob Ross. Nice.
Bob Ross, yeah.
No, Pulse. So this is my challenge to you, sir.
Okay.
Go. Who's at the Houston Improv this weekend? Like, I guarantee you go, and most likely, I said 90% chance, you will have a good time and you will like the headliner a good bit. You might not be like, you're my favorite ever, but you're like, dude, that was great. That was a lot of fun.
No, I bet I would, but then now I know who I'm thinking of. Okay, the one guy who I've never been sold on to.
Because watching shit online and watching shit at home is not the same as going.
No, I believe it. I wholeheartedly believe it.
You
but
need to
this,
start going to shows.
Who's the one guy? His last name is Carmichael. He's never been funny to me.
Oh, Jared Carmichael.
Yeah, Jared Carmichael. I have no idea why that guy's famous. I tried. I
He
gave
had
him
his
a
own
chance.
show.
I gave him a
He
chance.
has another. He has a couple shows.
I know he's had specials, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, why did Netflix decide to give this guy, like, because even at his shows, people will laugh here and there, but you don't hear because I've seen, like, there are some Ari Spears bits where he'll say something, and like for a legit 3 minutes straight, he has to wait for the crowd to calm down because people are in there like crying.
Namesh Patel. I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know, but I want
bet he
Pulse
kills.
to go see Thursday, June 6th.
Oh, you know what? I do know
a
who
guy
this is.
named Concrete is performing at the Houston Improv, and I want you personally, Pulse, to go. I'll make a thing on Canva. I don't care.
Tommy Davidson next month.
Oh man, Tommy, okay.
Tommy, oh, what a dick.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he was
believe
a bit of
that.
an asshole.
I believe he was an ass to you.
No, well, here's the thing.
Namesh Patel. I've seen him on something.
Here's the thing about Tommy Davidson. Then I'll tell my Ari Spears story because I have an Ari Spears story.
I heard that. That's okay. Kill it again.
Tommy Davidson,
Chris
got
Porter?
in a verbal altercation with the big morning show here in Cleveland, which is Rover's Morning Glory.
Oh.
And I'm interning at Magic 105.7, which is just down the hall at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear Tommy Davidson just like, "Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, fuck you." And I'm like, I have to close the studio door. And I'm like trying to, I was having such a panic attack that day. It was terrible.
But was he like mean to you personally? Did he say something to you?
I mean, he was whatever. He was. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
John
so
Lovitz is a piece of shit. I'll say that till the day I die. And
John Lovitz, really?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Oh man, that sucks. See, that's what they say.
In my opinion, I know people like him, and people, but he's
I grew up a fan of The Critic, so that
I will not take away from his accolades, his shit that happened, because I am a fan of that stuff.
Well, so there is a local guy. He's apparently beefing with Cat Williams, a guy by the name of Raphael Sadiq, I think. You familiar with him?
Ali Sadiq?
Ali Sadiq, yeah, Ali Sadiq.
A mutual friend of ours is a feature act for Ali Sadiq.
Who?
Okay, well, so he's from Houston.
John
I've seen
Bruton,
some
my
of
boy.
his work, but he's
Saw
not.
him
Like,
yesterday, actually.
oh, really?
Yeah, no, I didn't see Ali. If I saw Pulse, if I saw Ali Sadiq, I would just bow down to that man because he is one of the greatest storytellers I have ever seen in my fucking life. His This Is Not Happenings are some of the greatest stand-up storytelling I've ever heard in my life.
See, that's what okay, so you have guys who are legitimately hilarious, but then you have guys who will just say things that'll make you think, that are like,
He tells prison stories. I mean,
Man, you gotta buy tickets for
I
two.
can't relate to. So a lot of their material I can't relate. I've never been to prison. I'm hoping to never go. So I can't relate to a lot of things but even like Wanda Sykes, she'll say some things that are just
yeah.
Pulse, I want to get some money together. Everyone donate. That'd be cool. I want to send you to one of these shows at the Improv because I want to hear.
I want to send you to Concrete. I want to
Okay,
know.
that would be one. I was gonna pick Darnell Rollins, but or Pete Holmes, one of the. I would like to see.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Pete Holmes, he's another clean guy. He'll say something funny to me.
He says fucking shit. Like he.
But
he's not clean.
He reminds me of the
started
late.
Clean.
He reminds me of the late John Ritter. They look so much alike.
I really like Pete Holmes. I think a lot of his stuff. He's like goofy, but he's smart, and he'll say fuck if he thinks it's necessary.
That's the thing. I like smart comics. Like I like. I'm not.
But I just looked at the Houston Improv. You have to buy. You have to buy 2 spots. You can't just buy 1 ticket. You have to buy 2.
Okay, so y'all, I'm sure y'all are familiar with a guy by the name of Bo Burnham.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, listen, man, he was my hero when I was in high school because he's about the same age as me, and he was like huge on YouTube just making silly videos. And the fact that he parlayed that into a career, dude, I have a lot of respect for that man. Is he my favorite comic ever? No, but I also won't say he's not funny. But I have tons of respect for him.
Yeah, I have respect for Bo Burnham, but like
I'm not gonna say he's not funny. He's not my favorite.
He's just not my cup of tea anymore.
I'm sure if I went and saw him live, it'd be a blast. I'm sure
I would. Yeah,
I wouldn't be sitting in the back of the room like this isn't funny.
I wouldn't do that. That would be absolutely disrespectful.
How much your tickets to Concrete?
$15.
Well, the thing is, it looks like what?
$15.
Are they really?
I'm guessing. I don't know who Concrete is. He might be some fucking local fucking open micer.
I thought you knew who he was.
No, I was gonna say I
want to see his name, and I'm like that. I want Pulse to go see that guy. I don't know why.
Well, I'm not rich, but I can't buy 1 ticket at the Improv. You got to buy a 2 spot on the table.
How much is it total?
$50 is the cheapest before fees.
So $25 a person?
Yeah, but I don't want to send him to Concrete, dude. I'd rather send him to someone with a name so I can hear about the show.
But that goes up. Think about it. That you got fucking.
It's
probably like 45, $50 at that point.
It's like 60 for the big names. I just looked.
Yeah, like ooh.
That means 30. That means 30 a person.
Man, if Houston wasn't so expensive, I would absolutely live there. Like it.
I'm trying to get out, man.
I know, but I would live there because
I want to send him to see Pete Holmes.
Well,
it's like what, $70?
Before Wildin' Out was Wildin' Out,
60 for a table of 2. So he gets someone else to go with him. That's $30.
Well, there was a show on BET back in the day before Wildin' Out.
$30.
I can't remember the name of it, but it had an all-star lineup. I remember Tracy Morgan was on there.
But what?
Before he was.
What was it now? I'm sorry.
I can't remember the name of the show. I have to look it up. But also,
was it a sitcom? What is it?
No. It was a show sort of like Wildin' Out.
Okay.
They would just crack on each other.
Make me laugh.
Was that it? I know Monique was on there.
Maybe you'll have some games.
A guy named I guess his name is Dupree or Capri or something like Dupree.
I have no idea.
But a lot of urban comics, but yeah, I will go back and watch stuff like that. And all those guys, they ended up being something mainly because of like Def Comedy Jam.
Well, that was BET's Comic View, which was like my introduction to urban comedy, but like obviously as a child, I didn't see it as that. I just saw funny motherfuckers being funny.
Right. I have a new goal.
It was why that was the eye opener, in my opinion, to comedy, because I was so used to like Comedy Central, which would have like Mitch Hedberg or fucking Pablo Francisco. BET, I'm introduced to Earthquake, Bruce Bruce.
August 9th in Houston, Improv Earthquake.
Oh,
9th through 11th.
August 9th, Pulse. We
9th through
we might
11th.
save up for that.
Yeah,
I
I have a new goal. I have a new donation goal. Let's get some money together to send Pulse and a friend.
$100. That way we can get him
$80,
some
yeah.
drinks. $100 so we can get him some drinks as well.
$80 for GA.
Ooh,
That's just two people though. Again, that's two
I know,
people.
but $40 a person.
Yeah, that's
Man.
not for Earth. That's not that much.
By the way,
fair.
I'm pissed.
But you got to buy drinks there. That's the thing about clubs.
I'm
You got to have.
pissed
You
at
got to buy
Pulse,
food.
but it's not Pulse's fault. I'm pissed at the city of Houston because they get to keep the goddamn Improv, and they made fucking Cleveland a funny bone.
It doesn't matter. But
No, it does.
we were talking about how it just became the urban club. It's
And
kinda
it doesn't
interesting.
matter. I
No,
don't.
it doesn't.
It's like it's the
Steve
Improv.
Hostetler just did
It's-
a one dayer there.
I don't care. It's the Improv, damn
But
it.
didn't the Funny Bone already own them?
Funny Bone owns Improvs, but I'm just jealous that Pulse still has an Improv. Like,
Nah.
damn it, no.
Okay, so out of all the big names in the history of comedy, there's only a few guys who I just never got, and it was mainly like prop comics, like
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. But even he has said things that are just
Listen, I'm telling you right now, dude. If you were in Vegas and you went to the Luxor and saw his show, you'd have a good time. I went.
I'll bet.
It was great. He was really funny. I'm glad I went.
Yeah, no. Listen, I love stand up. But
when was the last time you even did a stand up show, Paul?
it's been a minute, man. Since I was like probably early 2000s, like when I was a kid. Like,
wow.
We need to get you the one, man.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I want to go. I want to check it out.
Absolutely. We need to get him there. We need to get him
We'll
there.
we'll send you the one. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
I want to see
Get
both of
somebody to
you
go.
guys, man. I want to see both of you guys. At least a tape of you guys.
What's the Riot Comedy Club? What's that? That's a little small club. What we got? Place
I feel
there.
like I've heard of that. Where is it? Is it downtown?
Somewhere in Houston. I don't know. I'm seeing if they. I can't see a calendar. Maybe they don't have big shows.
Yeah,
I don't know any of these people playing.
Kind of like
It seems like the funny
Voodoo
stuff of
Comedy
Houston.
Theater in Denver, just like a small venue.
Oh, Emma Willman. I know who that is. I don't think
No
you'd like
idea.
her though, but I know who that is.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, never heard of her.
She's a thing on Netflix. I'm just trying to. I'm just looking for names I
means a
know.
lot now.
Yeah, no, but still, a lot of
It's actually
women going to
cooler
this
on
club.
YouTube.
I don't know any of these people. Oh, Rich Voss is going there. Rich Voss. Oh, that. Oh,
Rich
Even
Voss
Rich
will do a
Voss
fucking
said some-
firehouse, dude. It doesn't.
that already
matter.
happened. That already happened. Why they? Oh, this is a weird calendar. It's going backwards. Never mind. But Voss was there this month. Anyway, Balls, you get you should go to some of those shows at the Improv. One of those shows. I mean, you know, some of them either somewhere between $60 and $80 for two people, but you got to get someone to go with you. You know,
Okay, this is getting tight. 76-71 Minnesota. This is
Okay.
for all the marbles. Yeah.
What time we got? What is it?
A minute 2 left to go in the third.
Just say it's 70 has to be a third.
76-71.
If I wasn't doing Funny Stop this last weekend, I probably would have went to Hilarities to see Ian Bagg.
Yeah,
That would have been a blast.
That's the thing. You guys know guys I've never even heard of.
Listen, Ian Bagg is like he's like
he's
the crowd work
awesome.
king. He's
super dry Canadian comic that's just he hits different, man. Like he hits different in a way that's so good.
Tell me who's better at crowd work than that guy.
Rich Voss.
I put them up next to each other. Well, it's two different paces, right?
Yeah.
See,
Bag
Rich
will have
Voss,
like 3
I would
jokes out
always
before Voss
remember
does
him
one. Doesn't
from-
mean they're not funny.
I would always remember Rich Voss from like, you know, back in the day on YouTube, they would Opie and Anthony would always have these round tables, and he would always be on there, and you could tell the guy's been through some things. Like they had Rampage Jackson on there. Yeah, like he smoked crack and the whole nine. Like he's been
yeah.
And
he
Rampage
told
Jackson,
all kinds of stories on O&A.
well, he would tell a story of his crack dealer one time was apparently a gay dude, and so like
he
would
wore
wear
the shorts.
Yeah, he would wear Daisy Dukes to try to tantalize more crack out of the guy. Like,
Yeah, he would like spread his legs and shit. Like, yeah. Oh, Rich.
I just remember just a goofy line he said, off the top of his head at the Funny Stop once. Someone started talking about the river and how the river is straight. He's like, no river has ever been straight. No rivers are straight. Even docks, like, eh. I just thought I was in the back, just busting up laughing because it was just a silly.
But it was through these round tables that, like, this is where and really mainly it was Joe Rogan and O&A. This is how I even heard of Joey Diaz. I had never even heard of Joe. I'd seen him in movies before. I was like, this big guy. Who is he?
Is that a utility infielder for the Cubs?
Was he?
No.
Oh, there's another Joey Diaz. Okay.
No, I'm just fucking around.
No, it sounds like a utility infielder.
No, but like I would see these guys on these round tables. Then I would go back and watch their specials. That's how I would become a fan of theirs.
Yeah.
But to this day, now don't get me wrong, Rogan has a lot of guys who I do not like Ari Shafir, not funny to me.
Did you see Jew?
Like Ari?
Did you watch Jew?
No.
I did.
You know what? I don't love all of his specials. Like, I don't love a lot of his stuff, but I watched Jew all the way through, and Jew's awesome.
Jew is a great one.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not a giant fan of him. I have nothing against him, but
I like him
found
on
him to be
podcasts more than
but Jew is great. Jew's great.
Well, I gotta say, out of all the people in his inner circle, I'm not a fan of Ari Shafir. Definitely not a fan of Brendan Schaub, at least when it comes to stand-up comedy. Now, he was all right as a heavyweight UFC heavyweight prospect. He was all right, but I don't think he's a funny guy.
He's making money podcasting.
Good for him. That's good for him. But I just don't think he's like funny. And I think if it wasn't for the fact that he's
people like him enough to watch the show, man. So
okay, good. Hey, man, good for him, man. I'm glad.
Good for him, man. I can't be mad at that. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No. That's it. But so if it wasn't for the fact that a lot of these guys were friends with Joe Rogan, like Brian Callen, I remember him from Mad TV, but he's not necessarily. I don't even know if he's a stand-up. Is he?
Yeah, he is. Have you watched his stand-up? He's a solid stand-up.
Well, I remember him on that show. He was funny, but I've never seen any of his stand-up work.
Callen's I hear an echo. Is that coming from Pulse? Where's it coming from?
Probably Pulse.
Oh, hello.
No. Yep. Okay, we're good. No, Callen's solid. If you watch one of Callen's specials, he's solid.
Okay.
Yeah. May not be your favorite ever, but if you say he's not funny, I think you're wrong. One of those guys.
What's the one guy, the new podcast guy, Theo Vaughn? Like, he's funny.
Theo's stand up is decent. It's not a strong suit though, I don't think, but he's not a bad stand up. I have nothing against him.
It's just talking about the quality. I know so many guys who are just like him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, stand up is in a really good spot right now. A weird spot, but a good spot. Definitely a different spot than when I started, and probably when Ray started too. It's in a different spot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like comedy, even back when I was like a super fan, has changed so much. What are you doing?
Nothing. Give me a minute. 1 minute. Less than a minute.
Okay. Wrap up when he comes back.
Let's go. Tied up, 78 apiece.
Pulse, I know you care more than Tim would, but you know Ethan Page, All Ego Ethan Page, the wrestler.
Okay.
He just signed with WWE. He was on AEW and now he's in WWE.
When they signed,
I just saw him Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, when they signed MJW,
MJF, he signed with AEW.
He re-signed?
Yeah.
I was gone for 10 fucking seconds. Are you kidding me? Wrestling? Really?
Yeah. Well,
10
no,
seconds.
breaking news. There
that
was
would be
a guy
a big they
who
signed.
jumped ship from AEW to WWE tonight on WWE NXT, which is their minor league brand.
Still talking about I know what NXT is. I am aware of that.
Okay.
So they brought somebody up. Good for them.
Yeah. Well, they brought somebody over that they're gonna bring
From
up
AAA. I got you.
Yeah. That's what
I'm aware of what NXT is. But still talking about comedy. A weird thing. I was talking to John Brown about this. A weird thing. I don't know if it's positive. I mean, I guess it's a net positive, but it's weird. Is Kill Tony, which I think it is a good show overall. But these guys are getting famous and they're touring and they have, from videos where people see them for 5 seconds and they do 1 minute. Cam Patterson has a weekend of hilarities. Doesn't mean he won't kill. Casey Rocket has a one-nighter. Uncle Laser has a one-nighter at hilarities. I don't know how much time that guy has.
Well, I mean,
trial by fire.
Out.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be one of those shows that there's going to be a lot of openers, and he'll make you 20 minutes.
Nobody will probably watch this part, but both times I've seen Trailer Trash Tammy.
She from Kill Tony?
No.
Oh, because we're talking about Kill Tony right now.
Famous, I know, but I'm talking about people get famous, internet famous, and then do stand up.
Yeah, that happens too, and that's what I started talking about with John, and then he's like, "Well, the worst thing is Kill Tony," and I'm like, "I get it," but
yeah, I mean, if somebody, you don't know how many shows they do at the mothership every week or whatever,
right. You assume.
So,
I mean, Cam Patterson has been doing comedy for 3 years.
Yeah, but he is
a funny guy.
How many shows he shows up to,
right.
or how much he writes and all that kind of stuff. So,
and Casey Rocket, I think, is hilarious.
I love Casey Rocket.
I love what he does. I think he's great, and I would be confident that if I went and saw him for money, I'd have a good time. I'd confident.
When I was doing a power spray for my job, the day job, I was listening to a Kill Tony episode because my pants changed the YouTube channel I was watching, and it was on a thing. And Casey Rocket was on fire for
You just say your pants changed?
Yeah, because it was in my side pant pocket.
You're watching a Kumia video. You take it out of your pants. Is how Levi's are made.
Genre. It was definitely in that genre.
Like your pants had an ulterior motive. How to make sure your fly's up.
I knew it said Clinton on the zipper. God damn it.
But yeah, no. I'm not saying those guys aren't funny. It's just it's interesting. It's interesting. Did we? Do you remember when they tried to do that show? What was that guy's name? Michael something. Starts with a C. I'm Facebook friends with him. He doesn't do stand up anymore. No. Someone you wouldn't know. Someone local guy. He did a show at Michelle's in Kent where there was a panel.
Oh yeah, I went there on in the dying day of that before.
It didn't work, but I'm like,
that's
now I think I'm like, that's basically what Kill Tony is.
Kinda, yeah.
And listen, I love the concept. It sounds like a fun thing, and I'm glad they're doing well. I mean, why would I? I have no reason for them to think for me to be mad at them for succeeding. But it's a little nuts. I mean, the fact that they sold out Madison Square Garden twice in an hour. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to go to that show. I go to see a stand-up comedian do a whole set.
I would try and sign up for the bucket.
Oh no, 100%. I think it's most of the people that buy tickets, right? Trying to get in the bucket.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Could you imagine if they were at Romo Fijo and it's like in the bucket, and all of a sudden you're 20,000 deep, just doing a minute?
Yeah. Oh God. At that point, I'd probably have one of those like out of body sets, like one of those out of body minutes where I'm just like, I kind of know what I want to do, but I want to do new stuff.
To 20,000 people, new stuff.
I would,
Man,
I would definitely do
1
the
minute. I don't even know what I
story.
would do. I guess I would
I would try and do the cocaine story just so I could like use the arena to be like, I had two options.
These
Romo
commercials don't
Fijo.
make any sense. Draymond Green doesn't drive a Kia. Let's be real.
Hey, if Tim Danko drives a Kia, anybody could drive a Kia.
Yeah,
As
but it's
long
like
as you break into the car.
it's like Tom Brady doesn't drive no Dodge Dart. Like this.
I bet he has one.
Dude,
I
I
bet
bet
he
he
has
has a
one.
Dodge Dart custom made from the company. I guarantee you.
I bet you if they gave him one, he probably gave it to his housekeeper. Like, let's be real, he's not
Oh
driving.
no, I maybe, but I tell you what, if I did a car commercial, I would want paid in car. I know John Reap, who was the Hemi guy.
Hemi is different. Like, but I'm
Yeah,
saying,
remember that
Tiger Woods does
An
not
echo,
drive
man.
a Buick Rendezvous. Let's be real with ourselves.
You have an echo.
Now, Matthew McConaughey might drive a Lincoln, one of their top of the line Lincolns, but Tiger Woods doesn't drive no Buick Rendezvous. Let's
when
he has billions of dollars. Why would he do that? To
I
fit
would
in?
think so, but
Comfy seats, maybe.
What-
Who knows? Might
If anything,
agree
he'll
with his
drive a
back.
Buick Rendezvous from his front door to his garage to get into a Bentley. But he's not gonna drive a Buick Rendezvous. I don't
Buick
care.
Rendezvous is when he fucked some teammate's sister in the back of a Buick.
in a Waffle House parking lot.
Sure. John Reap is a comedian. There's an echo again. I think it's from Pulse. There's a back.
Yeah,
I can hear me.
Pulse, yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Good.
I still hear it. Can you fix it? You fixed it last time. Hello? I
Testicles.
still hear me.
Testicles 1, 2. Testicles.
What?
Hold
No,
on.
no, we hear
Pulse,
you
go
fine.
to
I
your- go to your settings real quick. And then go to audio. And then what is it?
It says internal
For
or default mic.
click on that.
you might just have to switch back and forth, and it might be okay. This is okay most of the time. It's weird.
I don't know what the
Testicles
microphone-
1, 2. Testicles 1 and or 2.
Tim talk.
Oh,
Yep.
reduce background mic noise.
Yeah,
No,
try
you're
that.
fine.
Yep. I'm okay. with it.
Echo
Oh.
cancel.
Ooh.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, you made it worse.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever
Hold on.
you did under that.
Is this better?
Yep.
There we go.
I think so. I think we're good, yeah.
This is better?
Hello?
In my British voice. Is that better?
No, honest, Pulse is not you. It's that we can hear ourselves with
Yeah,
the delay through
we're
your mic.
fine now. I don't hear an
Yeah,
echo.
I don't
or
hear it
anything like
either.
that, so.
Yeah, you sound fine. That was never the problem. It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's tied up at 83. 8 minutes to go.
Nice. What were we just talking about?
Something.
Oh, Ray, I was going to ask you this. when you go to the movies, what movie theater do you go to? Is it a Cinemark? Is it a Marcus? Is it an AMC?
There's a Cinemark and a Regal near me.
The Regal. Okay.
So I usually just kind of pick which
Yeah,
one.
Cinemark and Regal are good.
Uh,
Marcus is good. I went to an AMC yesterday. Fuck AMC, dude. It was not good.
We have a
AMC that I
Cinemark.
went was okay.
We have a Palladium.
I don't play
Y'all
it.
remember Cineplex Odeon?
No.
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 I
Yeah,
go.
we
I go to
said
Cinemark,
Cinemark or
Tinseltown.
Atlas too. Atlas Cinema. Was
Okay, I
like
either
a
go to
two-
Cinemark, Tinseltown, and Canton, which is great. I love that theater. That's why I go all the way up there to watch movies. Or I see it local, the Quaker, which is just a little local theater. They have new.
You have an
movies.
Alamo Ice House. Do you have that?
No.
No, sadly, I
No.
wish we
This is
did.
where you can like order food, and they got like tables in front of the rows.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fucking
I wish
cool.
we did. Hey Ryan, good to
Hey,
see you,
Ryan.
buddy.
What?
Just a little wave, a little of this.
But my coworker, he was telling me about back in the day. He's like, "You're too young to remember, but back in the day, we used to have drive-in theaters in like the
Oh.
70s and shit." And he said his friends,
There's
one
by
of
me.
them, huh?
There's still one by me. We're out the
Oh,
road.
really? Is there?
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
2024?
It's been there. It's one of the
there's a
oldest
couple
ones in
within
America.
driving
It's called
distance for me.
Yeah, it's called Lynn Drive-In, and it's at I passed it today on the way home. It's in
It seems like a
Strasburg,
great
Ohio.
idea. Like I've never
Yeah.
seen one in person, but he told me back in the day
You
that
get they're
his
double
friends-
features. Double features.
Well, he told me his friends would, yeah, and he said like back in the day you could tune your radio to a certain station
Yeah.
to pick up
Yeah.
your audio. And he
I-
said his friends they would go like 5 deep, but it would be four
yeah.
of them in the car, and one of their friends would hide in the trunk to
Dude,
avoid.
I did that. Dude, one time when I was probably in high school, me and our friend Alan, who's been on the show, was in my trunk. I was by myself, and he was in my trunk with another friend. We stopped like half mile before the theater, and they both got in the trunk, and I snuck them both in. And it was $5 back then, so $5 just for me, and I stuck them back into my trunk.
Yeah, I'm just too claustrophobic for that. Like,
No, I know.
Like, fuck
The
it,
thing
I'll
is,
just-
we could have they probably had $5 each, but like I don't know, we were kids, we thought it was funny.
I'd be afraid they forget about me. I'd be
I don't
like,
know how much it costs now, but probably at least 10. But even it was cheaper than any other theater, and you get a double feature. You got two movies back to back. I
Well,
think now that
I think-
this theater has two screens, one of them, I'm just saying what I remember. One of them was Ghostbusters and something else, but the other one is If and Fall Guy.
Nice.
well, it's,
These are the movies
it's,
I want to see. I haven't been in a long time though.
I'll be right
I
back.
feel like it's a great concept, but I just also feel like depending upon because the weather in Houston is like so wishy-washy, I can't see how it would be a thing. Like,
You know,
how's
rain, you mean?
yeah, like how? What if the screen short circuits? Like, what if it's a hailstorm or
Well,
something?
number
like
one, it's a projector that's in a building.
Oh,
So it
okay.
won't short circuit unless you get a giant thunderstorm, right? But even then, you wouldn't go, right? But if it's a nice
Right,
night,
right.
you're like, let's go to the drive-in. A lot of people get out of their cars and sit in lawn chairs or at the bed of a truck.
Yeah,
and
see,
have a
I've always
radio or
never-
the theater also usually has a speaker too. You can like you kind of put on your rearview mirror or whatever. There's other ways to do it, but usually people aren't in their cars. Well, about half and half.
Well, I think so. I mean, you said y'all still have one. I think they
Yeah,
should bring
right
those
behind
back because it seems like a great concept. I think that will bring the movie business back because now, especially since that Batman got shot up, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know the movies. And I blame tech for everything. Tech is killing every industry. NAFTA killed the music biz.
We've always had one by me, like I said, like it's been there a long time. And look at it's called Lynn Auto Drive-In Theater. It's in Strasburg, man. I was pull up the website, and this is an old school as fuck website. Okay, let's go admission prices. Just looking. $7 for a double feature.
Oh, yeah?
$7. Yeah, that's for the double feature at night.
See, we don't even have dollar theaters no more. We used to have those.
Yeah,
And you go see movies that were like 2 months old.
We have two screens. Screen one is playing the Garfield movie, and then after that, they're playing Ghostbusters double feature. Screen two, if that Imaginary Friends movie with Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski and Steve Carell, and then after
Here's my
that,
question.
Fall Guy. So that's you get both of those movies for $7 back to back.
That's it. You can't beat that deal with a stick. But this is my
No.
question. how do they regulate concession price? Like how? Because I feel like if you have a drive-in theater, people are just going to bring their own alcohol and their own food.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. We brought pizzas and shit. Yeah, people do it. They don't care. As long as you're not like what they do is they'll do a flashlight, they'll look, but you hide in the trunk. They're not going to make you open the trunk. People bring pizzas in all the time. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, at drive-ins, yeah.
I mean, I haven't been in many years.
So theoretically, a car full of people could be hotboxing their car, like smoking a giant blunt, and
It's not even illegal anymore. Well, if the driver is illegal, but
oh shit, 95, 90.
But yeah, I haven't been in a very long time. I think the last movie I saw at a drive-in was the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, but I haven't been to the one down here in a long time, and because I really go to a theater, but yeah, usually. But yes, prices. It's $7 for 2 movies.
Yeah, I mean
that's movies too.
That's as you said that, I'm like, that's the greatest deal in the history of free trade. But
yeah, and you put a fucking pizza in Pepsi or whatever you want, beer or whatever, in your trunk. As long as you don't bother anybody, they don't care.
Well, okay, so I didn't know, like I said, I didn't even know these things existed. I always remember seeing them like
been there for 100 years almost. Forget how long, a long time.
Well, I remember seeing them in like Greece and shit, but I didn't know they still existed. But I want to go.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Let me see that. 1937. This one opened in Strasbourg. It's been open since 1937.
I gotta say, y'all, this was a great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, I had fun. I don't know about anybody else.
You did. You regained your crown. So
that's true.
Yes. God damn it.
And now you guys are making me want to go to the Lynn Drive-In Theater. However, I already saw Fall Guy, so
I've been thinking about actually doing that, taking the girlfriend over.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to bring that up, and I will do it now that I'm drinking. She seems really cool, Ray. So don't screw it up.
I've been told that many times so far. Don't screw this up. Because I brought her to so many comedy things, and we just
you were being prime you, and she didn't care. I think eventually she's gonna start caring, but hopefully not.
Eventually, I think there'll be a moment, but I try she even said, I don't drink when I drive. So I've learned that lesson. These kind of things, I can be a problem because I'm in my own house. I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm gonna go upstairs and lay down and fucking pass out. But out in public now, because of the OVI, yeah, I need to be more of an adult. Which is sad. I don't want to be that way, Tim, but I have to be.
Yeah, I had too much to drink before I drove home Saturday, but I was all right.
Well, yes, obviously you're.
Dude, my bar tab at the Funny Stop after tip with tip was $80, so I cleared like $45.
Saturdays was $80.
This Saturday,
yeah, because we ate, and
I just drank. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just drank. It was 80. Well, I mean, with a tip, it was $80. It was like 66. That's with half off.
Tip.
So,
all
right.
Bye, everybody. Girls, it is always a good time for Tim Danko, Pulse Reloaded. I'm Ray Highclack. This is Bro Plata, and we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
Furiosa, not really that good. I mean, if you love the Mad Max, you love them to death, you'll like Furiosa, I guess. But good action, good stunts. I think there were stunts. It's the thing. You never know if they're practical stunts or CGI anymore. If they're practical stunts, they were good stunts. But it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I don't know. Kind of got bored. Kind of got bored a little bit through it.